Was he like 17 or something? He's old enough to play in OWCS. I think you have to be 17 to play in OWCS, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, he's probably 17 then.
Why is Chris Theory now Pep's Theory? No, Pep's Theory are slightly different than Chris Theory. Chris Theory is the underdog wins round 1 of KOF, and then it's a 99-99 second round of KOF that the underdog team should have won, but they blow it, and then they get blown out in map 3. Pep's Theory is just where the underdog team wins the first round of KOF, and then just shits the bed.
Ah.
Fully painting
Does
over bright
Soon
lines
connect to this theory? What about Stake Theory?
Snake Theory is just... I mean, that one's actually, in many ways, we've just actually rebranded a very common theory.
Bright Lights Theory to, yeah.
we've just really found a 2-word phrase to describe that it's harder to perform under pressure. Which maybe actually
theory
sits in the category of Avril Theory, where actually it's pretty well documented and proven.
Kawi Theory is where you get coached by me and then you get into OWCS. That's simple.
You reckon one of Alpha Yi or Pelican will import next year? I think somebody tried to import Pelican this year.
I think it was Liquid.
Yeah.
Kawi, go on, son!
But then I think, basically for a lot of Koreans, is the lure of playing abroad as an import normally has to be heavily financially backed. So it can be, oh, I'm not sure if I really want to move away from Korea, live in a different country, etc., etc. But if the money's good enough and the team and the roster kind of back it up, then maybe I will. But if the Korean team can provide the same salary, the same money, I think 99 out of 100 times the Korean players will choose to stay in Korea.
Yeah, the Korean players don't really want to live overseas unless they're trying to avoid their military, I think. Like, Violet's happy to live overseas now because he's like so old that you kind of need to work overseas in order to avoid the military, I think. Like, I think that's the sort of camp that he's in with his age. But, yeah.
It has to be like I guess, a significant non-gameplay related motivation, whether financial, avoid military service, can't find another team, you know? You know, like if for example, Bliss was given the option of joining Zeta or SSG at the start of the season, I imagine you would have had a really hard time convincing Bliss to come to SSG if like both options were on the table.
And I mean, remember, like, the Falcons roster from last year, like the super well-paid roster, that was not the roster that had an org first, right? Like, they were like shopping for an org right up until the last second. Like, there were no orgs involved in Korea until like way later. Like, Zeta Division, not Zeta Division, sorry, what's their name? Like, Crazy Raccoon wasn't even involved right at the start, right? Like, that roster was called WAC initially. Like, they were just an unsigned team that was like waiting for orgs to get involved. Like, Korean talent, they needed to wait a really long time to get orgs back when Overwatch League ended and that stuff happened. Like, someone was probably getting paid like 3 times as, or like 4 times as much as anyone else in the world to play on Toronto Defiant. And like, you need to get paid 4 times as much as anyone else in the world in order to justify going to play in America over Korea, is essentially the takeaway from that.
Yeah, like you look at the imports we've had in this year of OWCS, they've been players like Kellen, Mag, Who Are You, players who weren't on any of these top teams. Like, I think the Pelican, Alpha Yi, anyone of that tier, I'd be shocked if we see too many of them imported at any point, like, next year as well. Who's on Extinction? There are announcements happening later today, at which point it will be added to OWTV and to Fantasy as well, if you want to factor them into your roster. But the official announcements coming later. Yeah, Pelican on M80 is probably a good example of that, right? Of just, it's a good option when there's no other options. But as soon as there's another option, they'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, like, Pelican was, like, outside of the top 3 at the time, right? Or was it just the top 2?
Yeah, because Zeta Division weren't Zeta Division either. They were, what was it? Is it FTC or something? FTG,
yeah,
maybe?
I can't remember. Yeah. It was like a commie team for ages, right? Like Zeta didn't get involved until much later.
Yeah. And yes,
Yeah.
San, somewhat uncoachable gets access to all of the videos. So you can either buy the early version for $8 as a one-off, or if you become a somewhat uncoachable member, you get access to all of the entire back catalogue, including all of our Q&As, plus obviously any new stuff we add there. Because we probably should record a Q&A next week. Where's Chrissy with a speech when we need him?
Oh my god, the rallying speech. Did you make that a little Patreon exclusive thing?
Yeah, there's the whole sort of intro. The intro is the whole sort of like Alpha asking us if we're ready and us sort of not being ready at all.
Moaning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Crispy was like, can we get some enthusiasm, lads? And then Chris, one of Chris's better speeches.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good speech maker. I'll give him that, you know.
I promise you, every time on London, no matter how dire our season was going or what state the, what the matchup was, every time after we do like the morning VOD on match day and Chrissy had done his little huddle and rallying speech, every day I was convinced we were going to win. You know, it felt possible.
That's why we won that podcast recording, mate. We don't lose.
Yeah, we did. We smashed
situations like this. Yeah, we're just good for it, really. Oh, they're almost in game.
Yeah.
For our headline game of the day.
Player cams.
Is Mag in or Burner in?
I think we're going to find out in the next one. Mag against someone. Might sign up later. Appreciate it, San. When are we getting Quartz or KSA on Uncoachable? I don't think Quartz would do it. KSA probably would.
I think they'd be like boring guests though, you know? Like, I just don't think they would want to talk much, you know, like about other teams and stuff like that. Maybe I have like the wrong impression about those guys, but I feel like they don't really like talking about all the other teams, talking about the scene in general, you know? It takes a certain type of personality to be like a good podcast guest where you really like want to have a yap about the teams or your own team or something like that. And I feel like these guys, but I feel like if you just do like the rack attack approach where you're just like a nice guy and you don't want to say anything, you don't want to speak wrong about any other teams, it's like it's so dull, you know? You just play it too safe and it's blood from a stone.
Like, I think if you probably look at a lot of our episodes, what you'll have is maybe the first 42 minutes, because we always sort of start with, if we've got a guest from a certain team, we'll start with that conversation, to give a chance for the guest to talk a lot. But once Nat first sort of 30 to 40 minutes is probably pretty consistent across episodes in terms of guest input, because it's all sort of directly about their experiences and things. Whereas then when we get onto the other teams, Nat's like, I think that's where you separate, or the guests go in like one of two directions. Because I think as well, I think a lot of players probably just don't think about the other teams as much either. Like, I think the coaches, it's probably different, but I think there's a good... I'm trying to think of what an example is. But I think even on London, like, people would often ask, like, questions, especially during Overwatch League, of, like, who's the sort of upcoming contenders player, or who's the next up? And in reality, like, not watching it, Not watching a lot of Asia. Very much focused on improving their own game and their own team. Yeah, I don't know. Yubi wouldn't do it either. I think Yubi, English isn't strong enough, or his English probably is strong enough, but I think he doesn't feel comfortable enough with it. I think same is true with... I think Quartz is just maybe a little bit camera shy. Like, I think even when I interview Quartz, he quite often doesn't want to do the cam, He's happy to talk a little bit, but doesn't want the cam. And also the podcast is like a much different commitment level. I feel
like Yubi doesn't want to give anything away, Like, he likes to talk shit, but I think he doesn't want to give away a personal advantage or something. I'm not really... It's hard to get the read on that, because I don't think Yubi's shy at all. Like, 0%.
I think he doesn't feel... I think Quartz is maybe a little bit camera shy, but I think Yubi is just not as confident in his English. I think I had the same... I'll come back to it. We had the same thing with Ziad recently. Zeta Division. We're on Samoa. And it's going to be Tracer, Sombra. Proper on the Tracer. Merit on the Sombra. Pelican is running the Reaper. Good matchup into someone here. Also seeing Chio on the Wuyang, which we didn't see too much of in the first week of Korea, but he's playing it now, playing this far angle, just trying to help pocket someone and poke out people on point, as it's been a relatively slow, pokey start to this.
Yeah, I mean, right now everybody's just playing wide and slow. Someone has a good angle to block a lot of backliners off. Mag goes for a slam, overhealth transferred over to Alpha Yi as well, but no kills converted. If Mag can't get that next set of overshields online, I mean, maybe, just maybe someone's next bubble timing could be huge, but he's just continually taking a beating. Zeta Division, they've got the first cap, needing to rest, because someone, I mean, he's just taking so much damage from all angles.
We've seen it quite a few times. Winston players just struggle into this ball matchup where they end up having to just get a little bit poked. They have to use their bubble defensively. Then once they've used that bubble defensively, they kind of just stuck being relatively passive in the neutral. And this time, though, Fielder's able to find an opening pick as Mag goes for that slam, and Falcons can get themselves onto point.
Falcons are back on the point now, and I mean, you can see Pelican going down early is an absolute disaster. Now Merit just gets to play free up on the high ground, hacks out Mag, takes him down. Zeta Division, I mean, look, they really were in a good position, but losing Pelly early can't afford it. Now, Falcons, what looked like an almost unwinnable situation, when they're in control, when they've got some ultimates, it's going to be so much easier for them. They can just control the flank, hit some backline dives. Bliss and Finn are gone. They're going to be constantly under pressure.
It's now coming up to that Tidal Blast as well, so a chance to maybe respond with one of their own. You can see Chio just trying to get some poke in from this low ground angle as Proper harasses the backline. They're trying to mark him out, but Proper has a pulse bomb. He's still behind him. More pressure onto Bliss as the Kitsune Rush trade comes out on point. Tidal Blast now onto Proper as he looks for this backline. Eyes on it. Connects for stun. But overhealth comes through. Bliss with defensive Tidal Blast to save himself. Does survive now. That one's been traded. 4v4 on point. Mag is still behind. Runs into Chio. Easy kill for him there, but Proper still trades. Mine's on point to try and keep this one alive. Underneath is someone, 99% to that Primal. Does get up to the last bit now. Mag's going to turn his attention to Fielder now. Primal in the backline. Someone trying to separate. Eyes onto this Wuyang now. Misses the juggle, actually. Goes back towards point. Eyes on the Kiriko now instead. Damage onto Finn, but no connections here. And they're holding on to this, actually. Proper gets another trade.
Yeah, there's no Primal Blade there for Falcons. I mean, they've lost the flip at this point. Mag is respawned, so he'll be back in no time at all. But Zeta Division, I mean, look at this. They've used all but their Blossom for that turn. Merit's got an EMP, but it is a hit scam player's EMP, so God only knows how valuable this is going to be. Goes for the solo EMP on Alpha Yi, connects with the virus, and he's actually going to get away with that one. TP's out on 20 HP. 3-4 player advantage soon for Team Falcons. And I mean, look, Merit's EMP, that was risky going for the EMP on the Tracer, but he's done it.
Connects on Alpha Yi, converts that kill. Needed as well. Now Zeta Division, they have ult advantage, but it's a Death Blossom, which I think is just such inconsistent and unreliable value in a lot of these situations. Instead, expect Zeta to start this one a lot more just through trying to clear out these side positions. A lot how we saw Milgari playing earlier, where they try and start through one of the DPS, try and clear out on that side. You can see already they're looking for Proper, now trying to get behind. And Mag does have this angle on the side fight if they want to try and team up there.
Yeah. Now you can see Blossom for Pelican. I mean, if he can close the gap for this one, it could be huge. But this is a hard ultimate to execute versus Team Falcons, as Con really want to be catching out somebody like Chio or perhaps a Merit when he doesn't have a TP. Magazine's just rolling around, not too slippery. Now he gets a boop on the inside. TP forced out a Fielder as well. Proper's dueling underneath with Alpha Yi. Looks like Alpha Yi's still got it on the Tracer. Recall forced out a Proper. Someone jumping high ground. He's about half HP. Doesn't have Primal. He's going to go down. Pelly's just going to chop him right up. Blissy's going to throw the Tidal Blast out onto Pelly. Nice jukes from Fielder up top, but still Zeta Division trading positively. Looks like they're taking this one. Why is everybody playing?
Works out quite cleanly in the end. Only one ult for that, and Zeta Division have their other 4 ults to go. Falcons have their Kitsune Rush for Tidal Blast to throw in as well. Very much expecting this Tidal Blast to go the way of Proper as he tries to get onto the backline. The problem here, maybe, is going to be in this Kitsune Rush trade. Mag is very close to Mines. Pelican has the Blossom. Lots of good ults for stopping Falcons playing on that. And if someone can't get his bubble rotations on that, it's going to be very tricky for him.
Oh, Finn up on the high ground. I mean, there's a Kitsune Rush that's just going to come right out of his hands. Proper is going to receive the Tidal Blast, but the counter is good from Finn. Pains me to say it, but it's true. Pelican with the spin. He takes down Fielder, but we trade it out by Merit. Someone, he's 89, 90% on the Primal Rage. He needs to jump out. He needs to charge up this Primal for the final contest turn. Oh, 2v2 on the point right now. Mag comes slamming back in. He slams up Blissey, or maybe that was Chio. He slams up Chio, but then immediately Chio is going to survive with his E, and now you can see Primal is online for some someone. Proper pulse bombed on the objective. Mag is so low, he has to roll out. The backline for Zeta Division, they're falling apart. Someone with the primal rage, he's juggling poor little Blissey into a corner, takes him down as well. And even though Zeta Division, it felt like they had the biggest comp diff in the world, Falcons, they still come out on top.
Couple more touches for Mag and Alpha Yi, but 2v5, nothing they can do, and Falcons convert in the end. Felt like after some of that first fight, lots of different angles, lots of pressure on someone. He was had to bubble very defensively. After that, it felt like Falcons were able to play closer to someone in some of these situations, and then it meant all of a sudden when someone drops that bubble, they're actually able to clear a lot of space, push away Mag, push away Alpha Yi, and then they can just win these sort of slower front to back fights, not get drawn out into fighting a lot of these difficult side positions here.
Oh, heavens. I mean, look, I really... You never see Merit winning on Sombra, but who would have thought that the way for Merit to win on Sombra was simply to have Mag on ball all along? It just makes sense at the end of the day. Now someone's on Hog, so we've got a little bit of Hog and ball torture right now as somebody's on the Hog, Mag is on the ball, and we are well and truly entering a realm of pain as everybody is playing characters where they can just constantly be derpy. So this is going to be a very dodgy first fight. Merit gets the hack up on a Mag, Virus connects as well, so Mag's already lost his first turn. Hook for someone goes completely wide as well. So it's a real masterclass from both tanks right now.
Slow and pokey fight between the Wu Yangs as Mag looks to set up another slam. They're just trying to soften up someone a little bit as they go in for this slam. Eyes on Chio now. Mag still trying to bait out these hooks, but it's Fielder who finds that opening pick, and that's just going to be the flip off it as well. And Zeta just walk backwards. Thank you, Cape, for the 3 months prime.
Proper. I mean, once again, he's in control. Someone can hold it down. He's going to hook Finn in. Finn getting a bit too close to the sun. Hooked in and staggered out. Now they're going to need to taxi him back. Bliss needs to get out of dodge, actually. Bliss is dead even later as Chio bends a water orb around the corner. Proper chasing on the flank. He still has his recall, so there's no supports for Zeta Division. This is really starting to look dicey for them, Zav.
Difficult one now because Falcons, they can poke a little bit early, then once they go back to point we can see a similar setup to that first point where someone can just anchor the point for ages, look for hook opportunities, and the rest of the team can just play to try and shut down Mag. You see that hack comes through already. They have traded Chio though, and Mag is now on the run, 63 HP, can get to that Mega, but it's hacked up, he can't take it. Now Mag is going to have to run for more HP, and it looks like they might just have to reset as well. Mag is having all sorts of trouble, he can't get up the slope. Easy pickings for Merit, and Falcons continue to hold on to this point. Kitsune Rush is invested for him as they want to chase Pelican out, but they are down players. Hook in to finish off Finn, and it's looking easy for Falcons right now.
Yeah, I mean, now that Falcons are in control, now that they've made the crucial Roadhog swap, it's just night and day. It's suddenly looking like Zeta Division have absolutely no hope whatsoever, and this is a terrible omen for Zeta. This is probably one of the more winnable matchups that they have in the next few games because they're versing Merit on Sombra. They're versing someone in a ball meta. But you know what? It's Mag on ball to carry Zeta over the line, so are we really surprised? Potential man failing to live up to his potential? Who would have thought?
EMP now available for Merit. Eyes on this rotation from Zeta Division. All walking through. They're going to try and go coast. EMP still in hand for Merit, and Proper's behind for this one. Tidal Blast comes through as Proper looks for it. Tries to combine as well. Tidal Blast defensively onto Bliss. Just managed to save himself. They've survived this for now, and Zeta Division have both support ups on the point. But here comes the EMP. They've given the flip. Merit's trying to line this one up. Eyes on Bliss. He is all dead. Only one kill out of that EMP, and they don't have control of point though. So there's more work for Falcons to do, and Mag nearly has these mines.
Yeah, Mag's going to roll back in on the mines, maybe drop him, but apparently he's just going to fall to the point. Finn's going to get himself hooked again. Mag's not going to use the minefield. Now there's a whole hog on the point, and Mag is going to need to run himself into the point, throw down that minefield, and instantly have it cleared by the whole hog. Someone's going to miss a hook on a wrecking bolt in his face, actually taking a bunch of damage. I just don't think it's going to make any difference as Mag rolls out, slams off the point. He's padding KD at this point because he's very obviously not going to contest Cap. Why has Mag rolled back to spawn in that scene? Rewind that. Press the back arrow 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is insane that Mag has rolled off the point there. Like what?
What?
like he's off point, and then he just completely goes rolling into the middle of nowhere. Like they need a touch. He's half HP. What on earth?
He can 100% go to point with that grapple he uses as well. You know, like the one he uses on the little
Potential man saving KD already.
That's
All
my
right, I'm
KD
hitting the
saving
live
go. Same.
Lenny and Mag on the same team. You get nothing done ever.
Get a Wordle going on the OWTV Discord. Fuck. Has everyone been playing? Everyone's so much better than me. I feel like I struggle to do it in sub 4. Get Mag a real team? Now we're talking.
God, Mag really just does need better teammates.
I mean, just I don't know what do you expect Mag to do in a double flex DPS meta, and all he's got is Pelican and Alpha Yi.
Yeah. He's talking about how they've got like perhaps the best DPS line in the entirety of OWCS Korea right now.
They're gonna finish,
and they're just getting they're getting plowed by Merit on Sombra. Like,
fuck's sake. Ooh, Face It Steam, the Steam gift cards on Face It are back. They're restocked if you want to get some. I'm gonna get
buy some. Yeah.
Thank you for the first time. Just one more Mag team. Trust me, guys. This season he pops off. This time he won't be held back by his teammates. Trust me, guys. One more chance. Explain the Reaper Ball. So, I mean, I think the ball is just very good, or probably in almost any situation now. Maybe there's a few exceptions map-wise for that. Worth noting for anyone predicting, Mag is packing up his things, which means Bernard is coming in. So factor that in. Thank you, Bobby Rossi, for the 12 months as well. I think the ball is just good in a lot of these things in terms of survivability, uptime, everything like that. And matches up pretty nicely into the Kiriko and into the Wu Yang as well. And if you're playing double flex DPS, what you have with a Tracer Genji a lot of the time is high uptime. Ability for people to go and fight, and ball really just complements that nicely. In terms of the Reaper, I think some of it is just pure survivability. I think, you know, you look at like Merrick's experience versus Crazy Raccoon last week is probably really felt a little bit like this hero's too hard. So I think some of it is just survivability. I'm a bit surprised he didn't go like maybe Sombra or something instead at a certain point, but I think when someone was playing the Winston, the Reaper seems actually really reasonable.
Troglodyte. Hope you enjoyed that one. Skrongle Plongle. How do the YouTube viewers know that the match is on? You know, like Twitch viewership feels really consistent, you know, like it very slowly ramps up, like ever so slightly, but like I feel as if YouTube viewers just know the fixtures, because as soon as the mag game starts, the YouTube viewership is like doubled essentially. But like for the first two games it was really cummy, but now it's like shot up for the mag game. Like, how do they know? They're so dialed in.
Feels like everyone is overpriced in Fantasy in this stage. I swear the average player is more than 20. I can't remember what the average is. I can't remember the exact number. But I think, you know, it's designed that you can't just have 5 players you want. If you could just sign your true Fantasy, then I feel like it wouldn't be very exciting, and you'd get everyone just sort of copying each other very quickly. Like, there's meant to have to be some sort of, you know, like, for example, I'm very keen to have Sugar Free in my team, which means I need to suffer in other positions.
Yeah, I mean, I think that last stage, like, it's not so much a case of, like, everyone is overpriced in Fantasy this time, but, like, in the previous stage, there were lots of players that were, I would say, criminally underpriced. Like, the fact that you could pick up Rocket, Painkiller, Ziad, like, really high-earning players, like, some of the top-earning players in all of Fantasy for, like, 18, 19, 20, like, that's ridiculous, you know? Like, that was just a flaw of the initial
budget picks. You get budget picks who are going to be your, like, top-scoring player that week or something. And not just
Yeah.
your top scoring player 1 week because they have a good fixture or they have a particular pop-off, but actually will be one of your top performing players every week. Which, if anything, was... I mean, I imagine it probably felt quite nice for a lot of people, because it meant you could... If you had Rocket and Painkiller, you could then still buy, like, a GK player, or a Ziad or something as well, right? You could have, like, Ziad, Rocket, and... I'm trying to think. Maybe it was a third one. Maybe even Wamon or something. Whereas actually, I feel like, in reality, while that might feel very nice, because you get loads of stacked players, it's actually... it's not how it should work. And it should be more like you have a bit more give and take in it. So I think, yeah, in general, I think Nightmare were probably underpriced across the board last in Stage 2.
Ooh. Kings Row, Tracer ban for Zeta Division. The team that has 2 flex DPS players, one of the best Tracers and one of the best Genjis, is going to ban Tracer.
Thank you, Confessor, for the tier 1 to Asbo.
Why did they do that?
What, gift a tier 1 to Asbo?
No, why did they ban Tracer?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Oh, thank you, Sunku. I'll pass it on to Toby. Thank you, Unito, for the tier 1 as well. Where is he?
Reasonable considering Proper is the best player in the world. That's the problem. If you ban out Proper's Tracer, it's not like he's going to be bad at any of the other heroes he plays. You might as well keep Alpha Yi on what he's best at, no?
Also, it just means he's going to play Genji or something. And actually, I feel like King's Row is probably, you know, as far as like Tracer versus Genji goes, probably actually favors Genji a little bit, I think, on this map.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking into it, Mila. I think you might get because he asked nicely. Thank you, Confessor. Yeah, we might have to look into that, Mila, because there was a couple of players. I think Razor was mispriced when we pressed live, and I'm trying to think. There was someone else. I think it was just on one of the sort of like bottom half NA teams. Good guys as well. I swear I've seen the good guys one. I'll mention it to Toby either way. I'll have him have a look.
My feed's buffering, so
Mine's okay.
This may have implications for our sync. Maybe.
Oh yeah, Nevermind. That's maybe who else. Yeah, Nevermind and Razor were mispriced, and then I think Victory's also been removed because he's not actually on the roster. I think he was meant to be, but just I think some kind of administrative based fumble from the Ducks has changed that one. Hi, Naralu. What's the meta on Korean this season? Tiny bits of Echo, mainly Tracer Genji or Tracer Reaper. Lots of Ball, lots of double flex DPS in general. By the way, why is it only NA and EMEA? Because Faceit provide all the stats for North America and EMEA, so we can take those stats and we have open access to them. WDG for the Asia region don't have any equivalent, so there's no way to access the numbers, which is what holds us back. Any info on EMEA and NA scrim meta? I actually know very little, but my vague impression is...
Liquid's like the bottom.
Is what? Liquid's at the bottom?
Yeah, Liquid's like the worst team ever. Like, this is a terrible meta for them.
I think it's just... it's actually pretty close. I think the double flex DPS teams are winning, and then there's a few teams who are trying not to. Well, they don't have the heroes, they don't have the players for those heroes, so we're just trying their own version.
Yeah. I'm just seeing all this Genji Tracer Ball getting played and thinking that Team Liquid don't stand a damn chance. And then when you rope in the fact that there's double flex meta, like, almost constantly, oh, jeez, like, these guys genuinely need help.
We can get them some help, I'm sure of it.
What sort of help?
Professional.
Oh, okay. Professional help.
What tanks are EMEA playing? No idea, actually. I'd presume just like Hazard or Diva. I saw someone said the Zeta, well not Zeta, sorry. Was it Genji TM scrims were leaked? Like Quartz accidentally showed them on stream. I know Genji are very much, Genji are writing their own meta. I don't know if anyone's going to copy them, but they're attempting to write their own meta. But I don't know what TM...
If you dream it, you can make it true. A wise man once taught me that, so...
I don't know what TM were playing, but I imagine they're playing a lot of Diva.
Squeeze another round in? I could squeeze one more.
Wonder how Nightmare will be. Will Seeker play any flex DPS? Well, I think they'll have a good time with Rhino, and obviously Rocket will be really fine. Seeker, probably not so much. When's Uncoachable available for the pool? Later today. After this game, I need to tweak the release schedule for OWTV, and I'll get Uncoachable out as well. So it'll be pretty late-ish afternoon.
It's time, mate.
24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17,
Works.
16.
Works.
Just
Works.
working. Tracer is
Works.
banned.
Right from the
Pelican
start.
is on Genji. Alpha Yi has yet to decide what hero he's going to play, but he's going to go for a grapple shot out of spawn. Well, not a grapple, just have a little looky-loo. But doesn't look like there'll be all that much to shoot at.
What is that? Sim Winston, a very bizarre defense comp coming out from Team Falcons right now. I think maybe Zeta Division knew something that I didn't about this ban state, because I think Zeta Division's comp right now is quite nice. I mean, maybe all they need to do is throw in a Pharah. One of the two insane Pharah players on Zeta could rock that one, and maybe that would be best case. But overall, I really feel like Zeta Division, you know, they could maybe make something happen here. I'm not sure about Burner sticking the... Okay, this is weird, because the Zarya plays well with the Reaper and the Genji, right? But like, you're playing into Winston. I would have thought that Hazard would go crazy here. I would have thought, you know, maybe just get a Pharah and a Hazard, and like, surely you can make that work. Doesn't the Zarya play really well into someone being on Winston?
I don't know, it feels like it's going to be difficult for him. He uses his first bubble here to get Pelican onto the high ground, but that bubble is burst, but Wraith is forced, and they are forced to back it up. But now Burner has a bit of energy to work with. He's going to start trying to poke out proper from across it. Pelican's going to TP onto the high ground again. Another bubble. Wave comes out defensively from Chio, but here's the pressure. Gets away from Alpha Yi's dash, actually. But now, Zeta Division have control of the high ground.
Yeah, now they have top control. You can see TP being broken, so proper. He cannot get too active for now. He's got himself a little car wash inside the hotel, though. Someone's stuck behind enemy lines. 20 HP and a dream, but the bubble goes down. Proper, the Peel Sim 1v1s Pelican to death as well. So someone has actually escaped. What? He's killed Bliss as well? How has Proper 1v2'd Bliss and Pelican? What is that? Kitsune rushing the back from Finn, but there's no kills being converted, and this is hopeless for Zeta Division.
Oh my god, disaster for Zeta Division there. Proper taking over on the sim, TPs aggressively to sort of flip the map after they lose that high ground control. Ends up turning 2 kills on that side fight. Improbable, but he gets it done, and he nearly has a sim wall as his prize. Now Zeta Division, they have to set it all up again. They nearly have that Tidal Blast though, so very much expecting one of his bubble timings to be used, and that Tidal Blast to follow shortly afterwards.
I mean, now you can see shift off the point for Pelican, cost a bubble and a shift for the Reaper, so really not ideal as Team Falcons. They've already got the Primal Rage. Someone jumps backline, he receives the Tidal Blast. He still hasn't popped that Primal. He gets the health from the Blast, but really that was a bit lukewarm at the end of the day. Still Alpha Yi will fall. Someone's once again running through the hotel being chased by Pelly. Let's see if Proper can spawn in and take him down. Either way, not a great exchange here. That was 1 for 0.
Yeah, not a whole lot of anything. Now Zeta Division will have their own turn. They're getting close to these DPS ults as well, and Bernard has that grav. Falcons, though, a Bob, a Symbol, can all be used defensively. Alpha Yi with a Tidal Blast Blade all over Chio. No escape for that one. But there's no one else to go for, actually. The rest of Falcons have got far away from this Blade, so just a one and done. Someone's trying to get more kills in the back with this. Jumps back out to point, will regroup with his team. Goes for one more swing. Will be able to force the Kiriko away, but now Zeta Division, they're starting to get on point.
All right, Zeta Division on point. Simwall comes out from Proper. That's going to make it really hard for Zeta to push any deeper. Kitsune rushes out for Finn. Down goes Merit. Down goes Fielder as well. And Zeta Division, they should be good to take first point now. It's someone dead on point as well. It's actually quite a lean fight when you really, come down to it. Proper even used the wall, so this is a good one for Zeta.
You see what Zeta Division are trying to do. They're essentially doing a two-person dive, but it's Pelican and Alpha Yi. And Alpha Yi, even though we've been watching a lot of Pelicans TP and he's the one getting the bubble, Alpha Yi's done a pretty good job of finding these flank routes and just being able to connect on Pelican's dive. And when Pelican forces those cooldowns, Alpha Yi's there to capitalize. That's how they killed the backline in the last fight. And it's what they're going to be trying to do in a lot more of these situations as well. This time, though, they actually just have the grav as well. So with no primal or anything like that, they can even just drop it onto someone. Pelicans are already setting up for the ambush here too. They have no idea, Falcons.
Pelican could really carry from this position. Field has been poked really low by Blissey as well. God damn, Blissey. This guy sees through walls. Poking Fielder desperate. Oh, goes for the Blossom. Nice bubble from Burner. Swing timing as well. That is great play from Pelly. Absolutely textbook. Pelly's always been known for being a very sneaky player. He's good at these characters where you can hide and get one-shots off. His Echo style, hiding in corners, hitting the stickies. Same with the Reaper. And that was a very nicely executed play there. Freebie, essentially. One Blossom for a full wipe. Love to see it.
Now they're moving the cart forward and they have the grab for this next fight as well. So Zeta Division, Tidal Blast if they want to throw that one into as well. Great chance to convert the snowball here. Just need a key target in that grab. They're going to try and clear someone off the high ground. You can see Falcons want to get in this side fight, get Merit an angle, but a bubbled Reaper right in his face. They force that Wraith. Now maybe Merit can swing, but they have to be concerned about this grab. Tidal Blast onto the Reaper now. TP's to try and get on it. Does connect onto Chio with that one. 1-for-1 trade only. Bernard still has the grab as someone has this nano in the back. Dodges the sleep there, Pelican. Takes care of that one. He's in a lot of trouble. TP's away as well. Proper continues for chase. They have stabilized for now. Someone still has the Primal. Bernard has this grab. They're all over someone now. Primal comes out. Echo in the sky. Blade to take care of this one. Alpha Yi with one slice on that. Now eyes on to Merit. Will miss the actual slash. Merit's going away. He's got pocket. He's turned it. He's flunked the blade. But the grab went out during all of this as well. Kitsune rush on point. But Zeta Division, someone's got a bubble. He's stabilizing. He's forcing Bernard back. And Zeta Division, they can't convert it. Another jump in. Someone's going to trade Finn. Oh, there's trouble. Pelican is back now. He nearly has another Blossom. But Zeta, they have to back it up.
Oh, that blade, it was the moment. It was so clutch. He snatches Proper out of the sky. He gets all the hard shots done on Merit, but he fluffs it in the end. And that's going to cost them so heavily now. Burner, he's been staggered out very heavily. It's going to be last turn. Proper's copy is all Falcons will have to play with. But Zeta Division, all they have is a Blossom. And without a sneaky approach, it's so hard to execute that ultimate. Down to the wire now, and Zeta really falling apart in the clutch there.
It's going to be a nano and a copy available for Falcons as well. And at this point, final fight, any trade will look good. They can even go early if they want here as well. Proper's ready to go. Fielder still needs 12%. Bubble comes in. TP. Wraith is going to be used as well. Just trying to clear a little bit of space. It might be the next turning, but a defensive bubble used on Finn to keep him alive. So there's no bubble for Pelican, but he's found a kill on Chio regardless. Now the copy Zarya comes in. Sleep onto Pelican in the back, but I don't know if Falcons have enough to kill him. They don't. Pelican's going to get out of this one now. Proper. He's on Zarya, but he's got no ult charge. He's going to get forced out of this copy in no time at all as Bernard takes a step forward. But the pocket is good from Fielder. He's kept him alive, but Proper he runs out of time. And Zeta Division, they will get it done. Pelican is doing miracles on this Reaper to keep Zeta Division in it.
Nice little clutch coming through there from Zeta Division. Really thought that they didn't have it in them, but you know what? Proper's copy, by the time he's used it, the damage is already done. Zeta Division for this next turn now, once they've got high ground control, they can really force Falcons to burn lots of time off the clock. They have to clear the left side, they have to push back, and still there's high ground control. Bubble up top onto Alpha Yi. Pelly TP's up, cops another bubble. It's so difficult for Falcons to actually find their push timing. Now someone's going to throw down his Winston bubble in main, but Burner's on the swing back. Someone's incredibly low. Ooh.
Primal comes out now from someone, but they're all just running. Pelican's going to TP in. He's got the Blossom, drops it onto Merit, takes care of that one, but Grav is up as well. They are all so low. Proper's going to die for that one as well. Their backline is still alive for Falcons, actually. Defensive nano onto Chio to keep them both alive. Can they stabilize?
Someone's
Can they
so
trade? Someone is isolated. Fielder's wandered into the backline as well, but it's all opening up for Zeta Division. Someone has jumped to the Mega all the way behind. Desperation Bowler coming out from Merit. Burner is up there in spawn. He's taking care of Proper. Full pocket. Someone back in the fight now as well, but the Tidal Blast to keep Finn alive. Now Alpha Yi with the blade. There's barely anyone left to slice, and Zeta Division finish with time on the clock.
dominant one here from Zeta Division. I love what they're doing. You know, I was critical of this Tracer ban. I was critical even of their DPS composition, but ultimately, I mean, these guys are making it work. Pelly's doing so much on the Reaper. The Blossom's consistently delivering. Alpha Yi, aside from that one little fumble on Merit, he's looked an absolute demon on the Genji, slowly finding his form back on the DPS role as people question why isn't this guy on Lucio. Even little Blissy's good for it, watching him bend shots around corners. This is a much more convincing showing coming out from Zeta Division here. Would you believe that when Mag is in, they look like shit, but when Burner's in, they look good?
Consider me shocked. Here we get that double defensive support ult for them to try and live their Falcons, but once they got going, and to be fair, even though Zeta fluffed a few of those attacks, in many ways it is a good sign that the fights you're losing come down to you fluffing stuff more than anything else. It means at least the theory, the comp, they're finding openings and they're finding chances. It's going to be a slightly different look for Zeta Division on the defense as they've swapped Pelican over to the Mei, and I think we see a lot of Korean teams do this. We saw Proper do it in the first round, but on Sim. But essentially, they play a slightly different hero that's a bit better on the first point. That just becomes hotel control. So expect Pelican to probably play mostly around that area. Look to take over the touching responsibilities. Maybe allow Burner to play the high ground a little bit longer. And just try and keep that area of the map shut down.
Well, I mean, well, Pelican with the Mei, I do feel that it's a little bit scary versus the Winston at times. I feel like sometimes the Mei can kind of just get outclassed by the Winston jumping over them. Pelican's going to have really good control of the hotel. He's going to be able to threaten backline. But at the same time, Falcons, pretty much everything other than Fielder can fly in their comp. So Pelly's really going to have his work cut out for him when it actually comes to finding a target to fight through the hotel. Right now he's playing bottom left, but you can see Falcons spreading out wide already. They're taking so much of the right side of the map, pressuring the cap at the same time with someone, and that's forced Burner down to the ground already.
Deflected rocket catches Proper, but he can D-peek now. Now he's going to get top back up, and now he's looking for this backline here. Lots of pressure here and damage. No follow-up just yet from Falcons, but there it is. Merit has found a connection with the swing as well. And Zeta Division, they've just had all the angles taken on them. A nade comes through, a defensive bubble from Burner. They force Proper back once more, but they need kills. You can see Pelican trying to force something through, but he's now surrounded. That Winston has gone around and behind him. Pelican with a good wall, actually, to get himself out of that, but he needs even more help. Someone is still there. Jump comes in, and they eventually turn that kill. And you can see Zeta Division, they're struggling to control any part of the map. But Burner, Alpha Yi, they found trades. I don't think it's enough. The backline's too far back. And Falcons close out the first point.
It's just a classic case of King's Row first point, in all honesty. You play this map, you play Mei, you play Zarya, you've got too many immobile characters that cannot really catch Falcons' DPS. They go double flyer, they go Winston. Now with the addition of Wu Yang, another slippery, squishy support that can take high grounds and take wide space, it all just becomes a little bit too difficult to control the map, and this is the result. Pelican very nearly catching Chio off on the flank, but he can't quite finish the kill. And now instead it's Zeta Division just holding the choke because young Pelican has survived. Live to fight another day? Yeah, that's the one.
Live to fight another dishwasher, as they say. Now Finn has the Kitsune rush. Lots of ults on board for Falcons. Nana comes through onto someone. You can see Proper trying to follow up with that damage. The run from Bliss is not enough to get him away. Kitsune rush still on point. Zeta Division have no more ults to throw into this, but Burner has just walked forward aggressively with Kitsune rush. He's found a trade on Merit. Alpha Yi's going to connect as well. Pelican, they've just gone forward and killed them all. Now someone, Proper, they're the only players left, but they can do nothing but play their lives.
Yeah, now we've got Pelican TPing up onto the high ground. Someone back jumps as well. But look, Zeta Division, they're in a really good spot now. What Falcons' comp was able to do on first point was spread out across all of the high ground, take wide angles. Here, second point choke, those wide angles no longer exist. So they really need an ult push. But they're going to get one. They're going to tidal blast on Proper. He's going to go all the way in. But Alpha Yi's pulled the blade. He's traded two. Pelly with a third. Proper and Alpha Yi duking it out right now. But Zeta Division, great trades. Heavy investment from Falcons too. That was a double DPS ultimate fight. So really winnable now for Zeta Division, as not only have they locked down these angles, they've got Falcons right where they want them, they're starting to trade favorably by way of ults.
One shot and Burner with those two ult combos seem like a perfect start for Falcons, but again, Zeta Division, their DPS are finding these openings, finding these trades. We talked about them before the game, Pelican and Alpha Yi, this is a meta they should thrive in, and it feels like finally starting to see some of that up against the Falcons. They'll have Primal for this next fight, Falcons, but pushing into a grab, a tidal blast, a blossom. There's so many tools here for Zeta Division to get Pelican and Alpha Yi into match-winning positions.
Good morning, homosexual. Give us a monkey smoking a pipe. Pelican's going to receive that title blast, but everybody from Falcons is going to get away from it. Merit, disciplined to hang on to that updraft. Suzu also came out from fielder. Someone's primaling inside, but Burner has bubbles, which means that he can't actually isolate his target. Unfortunately, Finn tries to chase the primaling monkey outside once the bubbles have been depleted, and he pays the iron price. Falcons have been pushing the cart all the while, so this could fall apart into a last fight situation if Zeta Division keep on bleeding out here. They need to stabilize.
Merit's got a great angle. He's come from this left-hand side unchallenged. Alfie's looking at him now, but the rest of Zeta Division, they choose to go forward as well, trying to ignore this flank. Graf comes out. It's a miss from Burner, though. No one is in that one. He's low HP. Pelican with the TP. Zeta Division, they need something now. Dropping in Pelican. He has no bubbles for this, but he does have the Blossom on point. He's going to drop it. They're all so low. Ooh. Team Falcons, both DPS survive with a sliver of HP. Pelican still going. They forced him back for now, though. Pelican might have just bought enough time.
It's always Zeta-able Xavier. They just use 3 ultimates for nothing. Burner's coming back on the hazard, which means Peli and Alpha Yi are going to have so much less pocket, so much more susceptible to someone with his bubble turns. Now, the push is on for Falcons. The overwhelming ult advantage is soon to claim Zeta Division. If they can't find a trade, the longer they spend playing slow, the more likely they are to lose. Chia pushes the flank. Pelican sneaking on the side. He might be able to leverage a one-shot here. He TP's behind. Barrage is out for proper. He takes down Burner. He catches Finn as well. 2-player advantage. Cap is going to go through. Falcons are going to have 3 minutes for third. Oh, Zeta, that second point fight is absolutely killer.
They had such good position and ults for it as well, for it to fall apart like that. Painful. You saw as well, now Falcons have used this combo twice for Barrage with the Tidal Blast, and it just means Proper's able to fly into the tank. He has all that overhealth. He's one-shot Burner twice now, and he even still has that stun opportunity as well. Proper cleans it up with the combo. Lots of time off the clock, though, second point for Zeta Division. Even though it was a bit of a fluff at the end, they've still got significant time off the clock, and they've got this Tidal Blast ready to go, and Finn on the Ana now too.
Finn is on the Ana for the moment. Alpha Yi catches that Tidal Blast early on, and no kills converted off the back of it. I want to say a very nice Suzu from fielder yet again. Oh. Blade out now. Bubble as well. Alpha Yi finds one. Gets the reset delivered to him after the fact as well. That's going to be Zeta Division cleaning house yet again. Falcons, they didn't quite push the cart far enough, I'd say, to make it a guaranteed last fight. But if Zeta Division don't hold up, if they don't allow the cart to start rolling backwards just that little bit, losing one fight could cost them the map here. Or at least could cost them the defense. They need to be very careful.
Proper's going to swap onto the Mei now. Opportunities to punish this Zarya with some of those Mei wall timings as well. And a decent enough matchup into the Genji, but still a bit of an unconventional pick here on this point, so we'll see how Proper chooses to implement it. They have someone's Primal ready to go already, but Zeta Division with this Nano will be waiting for that Falcons backline to walk forward. Falcons have crept forward now. Bubble and Nano available. Pelican's going to go in. There is the Nano all over Chio. Takes him down immediately. The rest of the team are quite far away, but he gets the mini, turns onto Proper. Can't force that ice block, actually. Wraith is forced, but the rest of them are coming forward. Bernard doing such a good job in these situations. He sets up his DPS with these bubbles. They push forward, and then during all of this, Burner is finding these timings to just walk through aggressively, and once a few of those right clicks land on Pelican's targets, the kills are easy for him.
Yeah, this is fantastic for Zeta Division at this point. You look up to the old situation, and even though Falcons are starting to charge up a pretty healthy bank of them for themselves, same time, Zeta Division, they have everything that they need to just keep the good times rolling. Pelican's hiding up top. Proper, he's got a sixth sense for this stuff. He sees no Reaper, but immediately Peli pops up on the high ground. He blossoms and trades 1-for-1 with Merit. Any trades are good with this situation, though. Respawns are about the same for both teams, but Falcons, they're going to get a little bit of free push off the back of this. Maybe it's not so good for Zeta Division.
Someone's jumped forward. He has for Primal as his bubble is burst. Now the Tidal Blast for someone to keep going. Trying to get onto this back line. Not too many people. Defensive Tidal Blast comes out as well from Bliss. Now someone has to Primal. He's got Finn. He's pushed it back in, but he can't confirm the kill. He's trying to separate supports. Blade in the back from Alpha Yi. Now Kitsune Rush comes out defensively. Alpha Yi can't find anything with the Blade. Someone's found a trade. Alpha Yi is stranded behind. The Graf comes out. They need kills with this. Pelican finds one. Burner finds the other. And Zeta Division, they should have done enough to stabilize now.
Oh, it's more than just stabilization. They're cleaning house. Only 2 members remain for Team Falcons. They have 7 seconds to touch, and both of the players that need to get the touch done are playing for their KD. So Team Falcons, they're actually going to lose here on Kings Row. Zeta Division are going to even up the score 1-1. Turns out all it took for a Zeta Division win was a mag substitution.
Great result for Zeta Division as well. Did talk about how this matchup, or this meta, should favour them. And this is a great opportunity for them to take it to a team like Falcons. And it pays off. A little bit worried about the Zarya at the start, weren't we? Into the Winston, but it didn't actually feel like Burner was getting into too many situations where he truly felt separated or isolated. In many ways, you feel like the Mei swap is almost to complement that as well, you know, to really bully the Zarya. But so many of these fights actually start by Zeta making the first move with some of this bubble DPS aggression. Now, it never really got to that situation, you know, where they could try and find a wall timing or a bubble separation on the Zarya from the Winston. So it didn't actually feel like that win condition that maybe Falcons feel like they have on paper actually came into play all that often. Imagine there were some big winners for that one on the Gamblo.
Yeah, I had 36k for Zeta, 58 for Falcons. So, you know, we can do better than that. More people need to do Preds for next map.
Do you have any resources on casting? As in, like, what do you call it? Like, how to cast or, like, thoughts? Not really. I kind of just do it. That's been, I realised, actually, I was thinking about this the other day. That's actually my go-to solution for everything in every situation. Is just start doing it and see what happens. You know, I think your experience was probably quite the same, Max. You know, like, we just kind of started doing it one day. It's the same when I did it in TF2. Just, someone said, do you want to give this a crack? And I said yes. And then you just sort of, you find your feet with it a little bit as you go.
Yeah, I think just watch the game for like 8 years and, you know, have a little bit of a knack for the spewing bullshit out of your mouth to begin with. And then it sort of just comes naturally if you understand the game and you can see what's going on. He came back to life. Yeah, oh, Frogger. I want to watch that video, but I don't know if it's YouTube song friendly.
Yeah, I think what helped all the games I've casted have been games I've been significantly invested in, like TF2 and Overwatch. So most of the time, I'm not having to think about the game in terms of like trying to figure things out or remember the names of stuff or figure out why stuff's happening so much, and it's been much more about just talking about it. I feel like if you were to do some of the things that Uber is probably the best example of this, you know, where Uber will just go and cast another game and it finds like he finds his feet so quickly in it. And obviously a lot of that is, you know, like I feel like my impression of Uber is very much like he's a big grinder, like a hard worker professional. But the ability to just jump into something like Valorant is actually like a crazy... That's most people can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, he's like incredibly talented and incredibly hardworking. He's the intersect of the two, right? Like, it's not just a case of, oh, he's got the gift of the gab. You know, it's like he does his homework all the time. He prepares lines for all of the big teams so that he can have a big hype moment. He literally does the whole thing, and he has a good understanding of the game. Like, he goes all out for it. And I think that, you know, there's something to be said for that. And then obviously he's got the intersect that he's got a fucking fantastic voice. He's good on his feet. Like, he's
charismatic,
package, really.
You know, like he's like actually like likable when you're sort of like hearing in between stuff. Got the right, what would you call it? Like sort of the cadence and rhythm for it as well. But also like Uber's been at this for a long time, you know? Like what I think when you see someone like Uber, what you're seeing is the result of years of craft and hard work, getting him to a level where he can actually almost just, he can shift from game to game very fluidly and very effectively.
Oh, Kawi, thanks for the 27 viewers. Did you win? Monkey smoking a pipe raid. Yes! Did you win? Better have won.
Enjoyer.
Monkey smoking a pipe raid. Can we get some monkey smoking a pipe? No, we lost 0-3. Don't lie to me, boy. Yes, we won 3-1. Thank God for that. I saw you trying to slide onto the high ground on Dorado a couple of times on third point, buddy. You got to dial in on that. That was... Oof. Oof.
I think what's also true with Uber is lots of people who casting game A to game B often shift within the same genre. You know, like I've gone from casting TF2 to Overwatch, and there's overlap really in the style of the way you would cast a lot of these things. Similarly, you see people like what do you call them? RTSs are ones that people often shift between as well. But I feel like with Uber, he's casted stuff like Overwatch, which is very hectic and stuff going on, similar to Marvel Rivals as well. He's casted that. But then he's also done CS in the past. He's done Valorant, which has its own levels of depth, but also requires a very different approach, I think, in terms of casting.
Oh, Carly. Yeah, everyone watching the stream saw you do that. This is really stimulating my undeveloped brain. This will develop your brain, actually, solving these anagrams.
Magazine, the Gib, probably going to get some kind of Winston mirror. Honestly, just said Mag was in and saw the percentages in the predictions jump up 30% for Falcons. Somebody saw Mag and they just emptied their pockets. Every money, every piece of change, every coin they had immediately went on Falcons when they saw those 3 scary letters.
Crusher Kitty, you have won the marbles race. Your prize, it's the adoration of the crowd. Oh shit! Yeah, you're probably getting excited like you thought you win something for winning the marbles, but yeah, it's not this race, I'm afraid. 30 seconds to get in the next race, though, if you're interested in that.
All right. Falcons have taken us here and they have banned Kiriko, so no interest in targeting Mag with any of these Winston bans, mainly because any ban on Winston will probably actually hurt them as much as it will hurt Zeta. Zeta are going to ban the Freya instead, so potentially they're going to take the Crazy Raccoon direction here and still lean into some double flex DPS.
Sorry, they're just lost in words. I guess I can open the OWCS again. I guess.
Thank you, Luigi, for the 4 months Prime. Road to a coin flip. Keep on questing.
Just troglodyte. Just 1 channel point redeem away. Can we please make sure that we're getting our predictions in for the map? Mind you, Mag is in for this map, folks. It's a Mag map, so do with that information what you will. It's actually a good ban from Zeta, at least. The Freya ban is actually, first good ban perhaps ever from Rascal.
Good on your ass. Did I see the light ball clip? I did not know. Was he chopping it up?
He failed to do like 5 pieces of movement tech in a row and was actually like fully stun locked for like I want to say like 30 seconds. It was really bad.
A week, yeah.
It's like a really bad clip.
Oh. Oh, a merit sign where they've highlighted the 1 in merit's name to highlight. Nah, he's only good for one thing. Thank you, Chower, for the 8 months. Thanks for my work. You're welcome. Is this the light clip? Let's see. Is this in a match?
Yeah, we can.
We do that.
We're on top, we're on top.
Any Korean translators in the crowd? We need somebody to look at
Cast one.
I used to have a sign reader, but unfortunately they don't sell slave wages that often, so it's just not happening at the moment.
I can hit point, I can't do anyway.
The little grimace at the end where he's like, yeah, I'm really fucking shit at this, aren't I? Yeah, I got fuck. Me sending this to once I got you unmodded in his channel. Were you talking about the translations as well? Maybe I'll see if I can find a way to solve it. Maybe I know a guy or two. If anyone is here and happens to be Korean, there are now Korean subtitles available on OWTV for the Smash interview. So if you want to know what Smash is saying, but you couldn't because you can't understand English, Now you can. And there'll be more subtitles coming soon.
Oh. Mag, I want you to play Ryan on this map, mate. Like, I want you to let us all down gently. Hello, O2. Congratulations on the Marbles win. You get nothing for
it. How will they understand me if they don't understand English? It's a good question. Yesterday, my translator sent me the first file. Like, yep, we've done the translation. If you want to check it. So I looked at it and went, yep. Can't speak Korean, but it looks good to me.
Are you seeing this right now? Are you seeing this right now, Xavier?
Diva, grow up!
Let's sub out Bernard when Diva ban has already been used in the series. It hasn't actually, has it? Oh no, I think it was used on King's Road, right?
They didn't ban Winston. They should have banned Winston if they were going to do
Diva was banned on King's Road, right?
I want to say yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Diva ban has already been used. Let's sub out Burner to make Mag play Diva. This team is officially the dumbest team in all of OWCS. They literally do a better job drafting in Japan with Masters players. This is a joke that Mag is playing Diva right now. You got one of the best Divas in the entire world. Diva is open, already banned in the series, and you put fucking Mag on it. Potential Man is useless.
Kaneo makes a good point. That's why he practiced at all stage 2 just for this moment. Let's see if Mag's EMEA Diva Gauntlet will pay dividends here, as Zeta are going to try and get it around this first corner. Merit on the high ground on the Hanzo. Here comes the main man, Mag, trying to put him under a little bit of pressure, but Merit's not really been cleared, but Zeta can now get the payload moving a little bit.
Zeta, good for a couple of meters here, but proper. He's just going to claim Pelican's life over on the flank, so pretty short-lived victory for Zeta Division right now. Mag absolutely hooning to his first Diva bomb. He's building 1% per second on the Diva, but Blissey, fadeaway frag onto proper. That's why we love Blissey. That's why he's on Zeta Division. Nobody can explain why Mag's there at the moment, but here we are. Blissey pushing up onto the high ground now. He's got himself a good angle. He's got to be careful not to be picked by Merit, though, because he is dancing Magaga. Get out, Magaga.
But Magaga is in with this nano as well, but someone's got one of his own on the backline. Sleep is good though from Finn. Finn and Bliss surviving for now. Max managed to convert a kill onto Merit, and now they're coming back to deal with someone who does have a Primal Rage ready to go. Looking for the trades into the backline. Bliss gonna drop a tidal wave, try and pocket everyone through that, trying to hit that stun. They've repelled someone, they've all lived. Phil just walked all the way up here. He has to be careful because Zeta are about to repush.
Zeta, they have a push timing now. They've got some reasonable ults to make it happen, and Team Falcons, they don't have Chio's defensive ult yet. Tidal Blast unavailable. Proper on the flank, throws in the Pulse Bomb. A rare miss from the King himself. Mag goes to contest someone in the server room, but takes quite a lot of damage doing so. Alfie slithering on in from high ground, though. He's got a Pulse Bomb available. Tidal Blast comes out onto someone on the low ground now. Backline for Zeta Division, stunned up. Mag is out of suit. He's bombing without his Ana. Can he clutch it, Tav?
He's trying to find it. He will get back into the suit, and Proper's going to get chased out. Recall forced on high ground. He's trapped behind a little bit here if Zeta want to hunt him. Pelican's got eyes on him now, and they do. Mag catches his exit. Player advantage for Zeta Division now. They have double DPS ult ready to go. Falcons, they only have a dragon, but Mag's lost his bloody mech.
Mag's out of suit. It's starting to look like a Mag lose, guys. No way. Jump up onto the high ground from someone. He's controlling this high ground with ease. Tracer, Genji, Diva for Zeta Division on Gibraltar with Mag in. Dragon comes out onto the high ground now, and Zeta Division, Alfie is actually going to get isolated by this one. He doesn't die to the Dragon, but he gets split off, and Proper, he's cleaning house. 3-player, make it a 4-player advantage for Falcons. Get off Mag's map.
Thank you, Creed, for the 5. We glazed Rascal for the ban just for him to put Mag on Diva. You're right. Mag has found the Winston button, which is actually progress compared to his time on Genji, if you can believe it or not. But now Zeta Division are low on time. 20 seconds left. Nano, Blade, Pulse, all available. But Falcon City have another wave of ultimates as well. If they can get to this, it can get really tight for Zeta. Need Pelican to connect with this Blade.
Pelican so close to carrying. Nano Blade available. No ult for Chio, so he cannot counter out the Nano Blade. Pelican's poked on the high ground. He receives the Nano. He pulls the Blade. Everyone's hiding! The slip theory! It's happened! Pelicans pulled a Nano Blade for nothing. Nano onto someone has taken down Blissey. Alfie, he's dead to a headshot from Merit. And that's going to be all she wrote for Zeta Division's attack here. An absolute fumble. Putting Mag on the Diva.
They panicked, didn't they? You saw Pelican, he had his deflect forced. There wasn't anything he could particularly see. But Nano comes out, so Pelican's like, oh, it's time to go. Presses Blade. And Falcons have just left. There's just no one there to blade. And this is a disaster push for Zeta Division. After all their good work on King's Road to get themselves back in this series, tie it up, this is tremendously disappointing.
It's alright, mate, because what we'll do is we'll sub Burner back in and we'll be able to win a map again.
Yeah, but unfortunately, then it'll be a Mag Map 5.
There's no guarantee of that, mate. It's possible. But here's hoping, right? Here's hoping. For everybody's sake.
With your experience in Overwatch League and pro coaching, what could have gone wrong for Zeta on this attack? Well, thanks, Kaneo, for the question. I think step 1 is play your players on their best heroes. Step 2 is don't nanoblade anything in the last fight, or nanoblade nothing in the last fight.
I like that, Chugga. Mr. Hunter, can you start breathing manually? I'm thinking about it. I'm always breathing manually, actually. I'm so dysfunctional.
he's never breathed automatically in his life. It's a constant struggle.
You can now taste and feel your tongue in your mouth.
Winston is the hero for Mag to start on. There's hope.
What a wise pick.
All they need to do now is dig themselves out of this canyon-sized hole they have created with their poor attack. They can't let the cart really go anywhere. It's almost going to be one fight if they can get the payload underneath here. Mag's going to start trying to reset on the high ground. Someone goes top left, but it's a defensive jump, just trying to clear some space and get this payload moving, but Mag is keeping it contested.
High ground swing from Merit. He pulls the Storm Arrow. Catches nothing as of yet, but every arrow is a gamble. At any given moment, he could hit it big and achieve generational wealth. So keep going, Merit, mate. You're this close. You're just one arrow away. Lissy poking away on the high ground. He's gonna... Oh, he's naded and he's dead. So Mag on the Winston apparently has more chops than on the D.Va. A bit unexpected, given Mag just spent an entire stage playing D.Va in Europe. But, you know, here we are.
Yeah, not too bad a start at all. They managed to find that nade connection through from Finn, convert that one, deal with payload as well, can reset back onto the high ground. Tiny nano advantage for Finn and all of that as well. But a fairly good start, and they can set up for their next dive. Now, Falcons getting Merit into meaningful positions. That's going to be the challenge for them on this first part.
Yeah, I mean, if Zeta Division can just keep snowballing these wins all the way through, maybe win a fight without... Oh, Finn. I was going to say win a fight without needing to use Finn's nano boost, but I think after that whiff, we may require it in this turn. Dive up onto the high ground onto Finn. He's inside the bubble right now, but Blissy's got his little cap. Oh, Merit's going to pick Finn before the fight can start. Nano in the back pocket. Mag is dead as well. Zeta Division, they need to get out of dodge right now. There's only one player remaining, and it's poor little Blissy. At least Falcons didn't push the cart, but can they even touch? Yeah.
No, they're pushing forward. Mag's going to have to try and jump through. Gets the nano. Going to get body blocked by LCE.
He's too big to fit through the door.
It's a joke about him not being able to fit through the gap here. Oh, and that is easy for Falcons in the end. Disaster for Zeta Division. And Zeta fans now will be praying Mag uses his legs to stand up and make way for Bernard. Get Farmer back in.
Okay, the thing is, if they had Farmer, they would have less belief in him and they'd be playing Burner everywhere by now. So in a lot of ways, they would be better off with Farmer because they already would have given up on him.
Yeah.
Alright. There's only one thing left to do. Words on stream, marbles, slop max. Maybe we'll even do Squid's song.
Grabbing a drink for a back.
Yeah, Squid's song, marbles. 30 seconds for the marbles race. Enjoy Ryan's music. Words on stream with no sound. Actually, we can do sound still. But we got everything. It's kitchen sink theory. Too loud. Hello, Trash Panda. I'm on the search. I'll look in chat in a second. I'm trying to find this mag GIF. I have like a very tiny version of it, but like, it's so small. Like, look at how small this is. Like, when it's zoomed out, like it's actually tiny. It's like the tiniest mag ever. But yeah. I don't know where the full-size version of it is. Who won the race? Oh, I won the race, because I'm the best. Go again. And rigged, mate. Rigged race. CX has it as an emote? I have it as an emote too, but it's like so small, right? Like, that's 128 by 128. It's really small. So they're like... Yeah. There's got to be a bigger version of it somewhere. Ha! Can you rename that to have two M's at the start? I feel like it needs to be renamed to have two M's at the start. Oh shit, that was the opening of It's a Mistake by Men at Work because of autoplay. There goes my monetization. If I can pick up on the song, then I promise you YouTube can too. Shit.
You blown your bunny?
I like auto-played into a YouTube video off Squid's song, and I recognized the first 3 seconds of the song. So like if Content ID can't figure that one out, surely 3 seconds of the song is not, like, that's got to be fair use, right? Like, surely. I feel like I've never been copyrighted for less than like 15 seconds.
Will I be playing Silk Song in between regions today? No. Also, because in between regions today is until the next day of Korea, so I'm not, sorry to disappoint, but I will not be doing a 24-hour Silk Song stream after this.
Tamini Happy, thanks for the Prime. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Appreciate that.
Have I locked in my fantasy roster? I've got my first draft. I'll be doing it live on stream before EMEA tomorrow, where I finalize it. And inevitably what's going to happen is I'm going to overthink it, change players, and then score horribly, and then probably just give Toby some money to bribe my way. Mag is in, betters.
What?
Zeta fans are crying out for this team to be killed, which is a bad sign.
I do kind of feel like they're actually just taking the piss at this point, right? Like, you lose first map with Mag, you have a really good second map with Burner, you go to third map, Burner's best character for the map is available, and you really have pick of the litter by way of draft. Why? Is Mag in on Sura to play ball? Like...
Yeah, I presume that's what they're going to do. It's going to be...
Zeta Division also just like comically banning Lucio, you know? Like if you've got, you know, you've got Bliss and you've got Field the Chio, like who are you going to get? Are you going to get value out of that Lucio ban?
I mean, it forces them to play. I think it's like not too bad. I think Bliss has actually looked pretty alright on the Wu Yang. Yeah, and I think Chio has sort of shown that he tends to lean. He's played more of it so far this week, but he has seen a little bit less keen on it than some others. So I don't hate the situation. The problem is just Mag's not had a day to remember so far.
Why does everyone hate Mag? Is he just bad? The narratives around Mag is that for the longest time, like all the way back to when he was in the Overwatch League, there's always been these narratives pushed by the public and by certain pundits that Mag is a really good player and he just needs better teammates, you know? That it's like he's someone with heaps of potential, but he just needs the right environment. And people always say how good Mag is, but how his teammates are letting him down. And ultimately, what's wound up happening after many, many years is that Mag has actually stumbled into many an opportunity where he's actually had good teammates, and it really just turns out that he's chronically mid. But, you know, Burner, who's like one of the best tanks in the world, hands down, repeatedly being subbed out for Mag is like, it feels like the team is drinking the Kool-Aid, you know? I just don't know what to say. Like, I don't understand how it is that Zeta Division can continually play Mag, always lose his maps, and just keep fucking staying the course. Because it's like, where's the potential, you know? I haven't seen potential in this guy since 2020 Runaway.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, ball into Winston, we've seen this be successful for the ball team before, so at least, compositionally, it should be fine. Merit as well with the Reaper band is going to be forced. He's lining up on Genji now. He's going to lock it as well. So, in theory, Tracer Genji, but Merit is your Genji player. Should be a tremendous advantage for Zeta Division and Pelican here. Going to be someone taking the high ground early. It's alright, mate. I'll clock it.
Yeah, just I had to thank some money, so, you know, quick little deafen, undeafen. It is what it is. Fielder off the back right now, just charging up the first little bits of his nano boost. You can see Magazine's behind. He's actually revealed his position by poking away at Fielder early on. He's playing a little bit of long-range poke ball rather than a roll in and do something ball. Now he rolls in and he gets the slam. Fielder will be pocketed through this one, you know, little E from Chio, but Cap's already gone Falcon's way, which is a little ropey for Zeta Division. You'd hope that with ball Tracer Genji, they'd be able to ping-pong the point a little bit, but they've immediately conceded Cap.
Someone jumping back on point with his next bubble just to ensure that flip doesn't go back the other way. Sleep out of the air and Mag is locked up. Doesn't get too much damage onto him though, but they are able to stabilize. Another slam comes through. Fielder in a lot of trouble. Wave to try and keep him alive. Chew and Fielder looking after each other for now, but Pelican, he's cleaned up Merit and someone on the dive. Pelican's going to get free, and that will be Zeta claiming the point back.
Yeah, Zeta, this is a good one for them, honestly. You know, maybe the Mag Hort hate is forced, guys. Maybe. But no. It's so justified. Zeta Division, they're back in the mix, and they've actually got a huge ult bank to deal with it as well. Blissey closing in on that tidal blast. Pelican, same timing for his blade. Magazine's closing on a minefield as well. There's double support ultimate already available for Falcons, but by the time they've rotated to meaningful positions, Zeta's going to have everything they need to hold on.
Thank you, Abdul, as well for the 25 AED. Yeah, I saw the documentary. We can talk about maybe a bit after about the Falcon situation. Now trying to come back in, and Chio's had a lot of these defensive cooldowns forced early. Alfie is on the hunt. Builder can't keep him alive through that one. A nice early pick, and Falcons may have a decision to make now. Commit or try and reset quickly, and it looks like reset is the choice.
Please don't let me forget about the Falcons documentary. I need to laugh about that. Like the clip I saw on Twitter actually had me in stitches. But Fielder gonna receive the nano boost. Dash back coming out from Pelican. He will survive the initial burst. Tidal blast comes out onto proper. Suzu is good as well from Finn. Finn, stop it, mate. You're starting to do a little bit too well for my narrative. Insane peel from the Zeta Division backline, but unfortunately they will run out of steam. Fortunately, they get the cap. Falcon C9, unreal. Bliss Finn, best supports to never do it.
They took enough attention. Falcons were so dedicated to those kills that no one actually gets the touch throughout all of that. So Zeta Division, they get the first point, and ult situation looking very reasonable. 4 versus 3. Kitsune Rush available for Finn too, and this is looking quite nice actually, as Mag's going to position himself behind to try and get on this backline early.
Hey, it's Luke1. Thanks for the gift sub to the Great White Chonk. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. Someone goes for a little early engagement, but looks to have been completely scouted out. The Kiri and the Genji both forcing him backwards. No bubble, no jump, no hope, really. But Finn takes a beating. Pelly takes even more of one and actually goes down on the objective. Proper 1 HP on the point and a dream, but he will be pocketed through it. So 1 HP, not an issue for young Proper. Kitsune rush out from Finn, though, really wants to keep fighting.
Oh, Alfie connects for Pulse, and Finn has found Fielder, but Kitsune Rush converts it. Now Proper, Merit, all completely isolated. They'll be taken down, and Zeta Division turn it around. Someone can't invest for Primal, and first flip will be going their way.
Yeah, look, I mean, this is actually doing a horrific job of pushing my potential man narrative. As Zeta Division, they're actually starting to come alive. They're actually starting to win. You know, usually when Zeta Division lose, they probably think, but the scrims, we were winning the scrims. But now they might actually be winning the matches too. Let's see if they can hold on with that one, get it going all the way. Maybe it's the fact that Merit's on Genji. Maybe that's the difference maker. Oh my god, a new YouTube member. Thank you so much. Is that Is that a new clip? It's hard to read on the. It's a very small alert box. But thank you very much to the new member. Welcome back. Pelican's got a blade right now, and he could potentially chop up the backline of Falcons. They have no support ultimates. Merit's also comically, hysterically low. Blade is out for Pelly. He's whiffing horrifically, but he will catch Merit in the end. Alfie catches Chio as well, so it's a 2-for-1 trade.
Yeah, both backlines under a lot of pressure from these ultimates, but because they're in control of the point, Zeta and these trades will favour him. Finn is low though as this primal comes out. Need to convert it. Proper finishes off one. Now eyes on the Genji. Someone should be able to take care of this. Nowhere for Proper to go. No, sorry, Pelican to go. He's going to dash back up. He's making someone spend a lot of time here, and Falcons still haven't flipped the point, but they will be able to get it now. Good primal from someone to turn that in the end, and Falcons have double support up in this next fight.
Yeah, I mean, look, now Merit's over to the Sombra, which feels not necessarily more in his wheelhouse, but, you know, it's a relative thing, right? And Genji is about as far separated from Merit's good heroes as we can get. So Merit over to the Sombra, actually starting to look like a welcome switch here for Team Falcons. Alfie's got a pulse bomb, may be able to catch one of the backliners of Team Falcons. Proper has received that title blast, but the Suzus have been really on point from Finn today. He's really starting to come alive, this young buck. Only took him 6 years as a pro player, but he's really showing up today versus Falcons. Proper's actually going to get caught out because he used so many cooldowns to push in to go for that blast combo, and that means Zeta, they've got a one-man advantage, and they've got a mag looming from the top ropes.
Slam comes in now onto Fielder, tries to roll through that one. Pulse bomb connects onto someone. Defensive nano from Fielder to try and keep him alive. Merit has to try and get out of this as well. Fielder's going to kill Alfie. Now someone's walking forward. He's managed to clear the point. He's found Finn on the left side as well. The nano boost is good. Fielder gets it all done. And that will be Falcons in a great position now to close out E.
It's an unreal fight here for Zeta Division. I really thought between Mag slamming and booping the backline, a one-player advantage, and a pulse bomb connecting on the tank, I really thought that Zeta Division could get this one going. Unfortunately, Mag has rolled onto the objective, and he's a little bit slow to it. So the cap's going to go the way of Team Falcons. Mag is going to donate 600+ ult charge over to Team Falcons. Zeta have ults. They've got mines. They're about to have rush. They're about to have blade. But Falcons, if they can just slow play for a little bit, that primal rage, that EMP, both of these could be very deadly to Zeta Division.
15 seconds still until the point unlocks, so Falcons don't need to rush anything just yet. They should be able to buy themselves time for these ultimates. You can see Zeta Division trying to find their way in now. They also need a bit of time for this Blade and Kitsune rush as well, so it might be relatively slow. Pelican's going to take the first walk onto point. Someone goes forward, actually. He's half HP. He's booped out of his bubble for a second. Can't confirm the kill. Merit finds a kill even before the EMP. This backline's in all sorts of trouble. Mag takes care of one.
Nice,
Boop
Mag.
onto Proper as well. Falcons are low on HP. Someone doesn't have the primal yet. He's low behind. Kitsune rush and Mines did come out to close it out in the end, so maybe quite expensive, but they've at least got the first flip again.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it was a little bit expensive, but Zeta Division, they keep cleaning up late kills, and that's good news. Oh, Info with the resub drops a play as well. Welcome back, Info. Looking very handsome today. Don't think that I didn't notice your message as well, Bunnykins. It will soon be time to play, don't worry, and good morning. Pelican has a blade, Alfie has a pulse bomb, but oh, I do think that Falcons have quite an ultimate advantage at this stage. EMP can be so difficult to deal with unless Finn is... Oh, Merit!
Sleep comes through onto Mag now, but he's completely zoned for backline. This means someone is alone on point. He's going to have to primal if he wants to stay alive here. He's just trying to get out without using it. Reset, wait for Merit again, but this is valuable time for Zeta Division. Nearly a tidal blast now as someone's going to keep leaping back into point, but Mag's going to go through, looking for the backline, tries to catch Chio. A little bit of slam damage, more pressure. Merit is standing here with this EMP. Find something, Merit, go! We've got to try and win the game. Alfie is pulsed his Anna. Merit now runs back towards point as someone pulls for primal, forces the TP out, trying to chase down this backline, gets him over the wall. Merit is now back on point. EMP, tidal blast comes through. He's going to EMP it straight in the face. Easy kill for Pelican. He just gets tidal blasted in response, and it is traded. Not quite out of it yet. We are into overtime. Falcons need to stay on the point. Proper's going to take over the touch now. Someone's killed Bliss. He's killed Pelican. Falcons are clutching their way back into it. Someone leaps on for the touch. He needs more health. He's getting the double pocket. Proper takes over the touch once more. Anti comes out. Rush from Finn to try and catch it. Nano boost onto someone now. He's hunting him down. Nowhere for Finn to go. He gets the kill. Proper cleans up on point. And Falcons, they keep themselves in this.
Zeta Division just used absolutely everything in that clutch, Zavi. That was Blade, that was EMP. Oh, that wasn't EMP. EMP's on Team Falcon side. But Mag over to Winston now. They used absolutely all of it trying to clutch out in the deficit at 99, and now they're going to have to pay the price. Even ultimate situation minus a pulse bomb, but really Zeta Division, they could have had a retake with a huge advantage there. I love watching Merit on Sombra baiting his flex support in stealth. He's watching his flex support 1v1 a ball, and he won't swing the corner to try and fight with him. Now you can see Feeler, Chio peeling back to try and help one another. Alfie's on the run a little bit. There's a hacked up pack, which means that Alfie is just going to lose that duel, and Falcons might just have stolen this point away.
On point, they're still trying around. Bliss has actually killed Merit on the backline as Mag. He's 1 HP, he jumps with a mini. It's not going to be enough, but he's got his team a little bit of space on point. Proper needs to get back on, but can't actually get the touch in time, so they're going to have to keep this one contested. Pelican's looming with that as well. Proper's going to have to keep juggling, but he's under so much pressure. Recall has been burnt now. Proper keeps juggling it, but you can see them trying to focus him down. Proper needs so much help, but he's done such a good job tapping the point. Now someone is back. Tidal Blast onto him as well. Proper's pushing the backline, connects with someone as well.
Out.
And Proper might just do it all as well. He's forced Blissey really far back, and Chio's cleaning up on point, and Proper there. What a great job keeping that point alive.
Oh, such an important flip for Zeta Division, but ultimately it's not very valuable because even though they were able to drag out one more big, long fight, they're going to have a very scuffed read contest here. Finn as well, you know, proving that when it comes to rising to the occasion, as the stakes grow, he crumbles. So many good Suzy Qs out from Finn today, but he missed the timing on that last one for Proper's Tidal Blast. Alfie secured the first touch. Mag's good for a second as he jumps on, throws down the bubble, but we need so much pocket to keep the big man standing. Alfie's got a pulse bomb. Can he clutch this?
He has to go backwards. He's got no recall. Someone's pulled for Primal in the back. Tidal Blast out onto Mag, but it's just to try and keep a point alive, and someone's going to send him packing too. And that's going to be Falcons taking the lead on this map now. Pelican, Finn all cleaned up, and Falcons an inexplicable point to give themselves the advantage here.
Yeah, it really felt like this one was Zeta's absolutely guaranteed. When they're up 99, when they've got all those ultimates in the tank, just giving away their huge advantage. I will say, though, Zeta Division, that point, that 99% that we just witnessed, that was essentially unwinnable for them given the old state. Now, they're in a Winston mirror, and this is where they can really thrive. Merit is on a character that does nothing versus the Winston. The Tracer Genji now have ultimates. They've really scaled up to the point where I think Zeta Division could still take this map. Mag's playing what he's actually good at. He jumps deep now. He throws down the bubble. He blocks 2 backliners, but Finn, dead to the Nano Tracer. Proper just doing it all himself. What is that? Solo kills both supports, and Mag uses Primal inside the room. If he doesn't kill both supports here, this is a game-losing Primal.
He's got one, actually. Pelican's killed Merit too. Someone's able to trade
Where's my clean feed?
out. Proper now trying to get the flip through all of this as well, just sacrificing his team. Well, not even sacrificing his team. Someone's got the cleanup there. The trades made it viable for a little bit with the back end of that Primal, but Proper not giving this one up, dueling it out as well. Alfie's been forced back. You see both Wu Yangs trying to help these Tracers. Mag is now over onto Ball again, but Merit has the EMP.
My claim feed is just like completely exploded. Let me refresh the page.
Oh, Merit with the EMP on point.
You give me
now.
numbers?
Alfie hits the stick. 37, 38, 39,
37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Good enough. Now we got Merit slithering in behind. Zeta Division, they had that advantage from the pulse bomb. The EMP is massive though. Bliss, Finn, everybody's caught up by it. And even though they had that early advantage, wait, are they still trying to clutch this? No, they're not going to invest. Maybe? 2v2?
Mag's found a trade actually in the back here. Now back onto point. Finn is awfully low. Suzu is out. Virus comes. He TP's back to Mag actually. Someone's coming to help onto the point. Kitsune rush for Finn. He needs more help though.
He
gets the transfer shelled. Yeah, it's really good. He kills
Finn.
Merit as well. Finn is clutching this one. They have to back it up now. Chio's going to know they're not. Drops a Tidal Blast to keep himself alive. Someone has the Primal. Falcon still fighting. Pelican back soon with the Blade. As Falcons try and get back on point. They've not conceded the flip. Zeta have to go for this. They need Pelican to connect.
Pelican's already low, already being pressured early on. Proper's got no recall on the point. Pelican, he dashes, he slashes, he's looking for someone. He's blading the tank. Flipper's gone over to Zeta Division. He's still chasing the tank. He finds the kill. He finds Fielder as well. And Zeta Division, they're right back on it. I hate to do it, guys, but I have to glaze the fuck out of Finn and Mag both. That was an insane clutch from the two. Finn hit almost every shot that mattered. He perfectly timed his Suzu. He ate the virus and then TP'd the virus off. Mag, with the overshields, transfers it to Finn, keeps him alive, who then gets a second Suzu and wins the duel versus the flanker. God tier play from Mag and Finn. I know throw up saying it, but...
Tidal Blast now available for Bliss. It goes on to Alfie. He's looking for more, but he can't find anyone again. He's hunting for it. The sleep is perfect from Fielder. Mag's going to body block him, though. That keeps Alfie alive, but no value from this Tidal Blast. More mines coming out, more ults, and this time Fielder can't escape. Falcons have rotated onto the point. Proper connects for Pulse Bomb. Zeta Division may have to get back. They can't afford to get the flip here. They come in. Pulse Bomb is going to connect, but no recall available. Alfie comes back on. Slam into Mag. He groups up. Zeta have denied the flip. though. Coming down to final fight. Nano available for Fielder. Finn nearly has another Kitsune rush, but he has to try and keep his supports alive. But Suzu is good. Bliss needs more help. It's not enough. Alfie trades Merit. Wait, Bliss is still alive. They eventually get the kill. They traded it out though. Nano comes out onto Proper. They're asking the big man to do it all again. He's looking for the backline. TP away. Pelican runs into him. Pelican is half HP. Kitsune rushing the back from Finn. Proper can't find the kill though. Finn, 47 HP. He's getting top back up. Someone's being moved back. Pelican deals with Proper behind. They are going to tie it up. It's going to go 2-2. We're going all the way.
Oh my days, I hate to do it, but Mag, Finn, they're on an absolute heater right now. Finn playing life through all of these ropey situations. I must admit, it's all Merit Sombra's fault, to be honest. Every time it gets close, Merit's just dead. Every single time. Anytime it matters, watch Merit's deaths. In the middle of these fights, everyone that's good at their characters is ducking and weaving and jiving and keeping themselves alive, and then there's just Merit in the kill feed instantly every time. It's amazing. So much jive. Anyway, Zeta Division, they've really got good ultimates for this next turn as well. Magazine with the minefield, he could lay that down on the point. He could ham up Chio and Fielder as well. Someone's got a Primal Rage. Merit's closing on an EMP. Wouldn't count on it though. Pulse Bomb available for Proper. He goes deep, but he doesn't drop the Pulse just yet. He's just going to dive. Blissey misses the Blink melee, but finds the kill regardless. One player advantage for Falcons, and they haven't had to ult for it.
They're still trying to fight. Mag is in the back, trying to occupy the backline a little bit. It's going to come and drop that minefield on point. They're fighting a player down. Someone has the Primal, doesn't get it off, though. Someone's going to die. All of a sudden, tank advantage for Zeta Division. They have a chance. They force Proper's recall. He's got eyes on the backline. Suzu out from Finn. Proper can go for the stick, but he's left for cooldowns to follow it. They need to commit to the point. Mag is here now. They dash onto it as well. They kill Chio. EMP comes out now. Mag waddling away, but he's waddling as fast as he can. He's gone away. Waddle free, and now they group up on point. Someone has the Primal back in there. Still no one has control of point. Someone though, he's jumped backwards, maybe resetting. No, Proper's found a kill. He's got the Primal now. They still haven't got the flip. He's trying to isolate this one as well. Dance away. He can't get the backline. He has to go back to point instead. Tries to turn onto Pelican, but Pelican dashes back as well. Mag has kept the point contested. Nano comes out. Sorry, Tidal Blast comes out from Bliss just to keep himself alive. He's trying to walk forward. Drops the wave. Nothing from that one. Pelican has the blade. A big orb actually onto Proper, and Pelican finishes the damage. Bliss is getting it done. Mag now on the backline. Slam comes through. Pelican is all over it as well. Defensive bubble, defensive nade. They can't finish the kills. Pelican is low. Nano turn from someone to try and keep this one going. All over it. TP away. The Kitsune rush is aggressive though. They ran over the backline. Zeta Division, they push forwards. They take their moment, and they're now in pole position.
Oh my days. Pelican, he's got a blade for the next turn. Magazine has another minefield. Unbelievable from Blissey. We've got little Lionel Messi. Boost my clean feed, please. As Finn, he's poking spawn. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52.
Oh, sorry, I was
55, 56, 57. 58.
Yeah,
59,
we're there. Perfect. 50, always
60,
works.
It's frozen again. You just cast.
Oh, Pelican now blade. Alpha U, a pulse bomb. Magnity with the mines. Merit doesn't have this EMP. They don't have a lot of ults at all. Falcons, they have no choice but to fight. Alpha U is approaching. He's going to get naded. He's going to not recall, actually. He keeps going with Mag. They know they've got him. The blink melee. Fielder's got nothing he can do about it. Falcons, they're forced to go forward. Someone finds a trade, though. Falcons aren't quite done yet. We've seen them clutch before, but they need more. Blade off the equation now. They push forward. Someone nearly has a Primal Rage ready to go. Mag is all over Chio, though. They've got player advantage again. The flip has been given, though. Falcons have bought themselves more time. They can slow it down. They can take a respite. Someone going in with the Primal now. Pops for Primal Rage. Suzu is out. All eyes on the back line. Mines are there as well. Someone trying to isolate someone. Doesn't have the HP. Pelican is black. He's pulled for blade. He's found a kill. He's got eyes on Merit. The TP away. Merit's invisible. He's on the run. He's got EMP when he comes back, though. But Alfie's found the stick onto Proper. The opening is there. Falcons flooding towards point. Merit has the EMP coming back soon, but he's got no teammates. EMP catches free. Turns one kill, but it's not enough. Gio turns a second kill. It's still not enough. Zeta Division tie us up 2-2.
Oh my days. Is it too early to say that Mag and Finn might be the best ball carry in the world? Oh my days.
That was an insane
clutch.
Map. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was actually a really class map. My days. Merit constantly taking the piss. Like, every fight he's dead. Every single fight he's dead. And Mag is up from the chair. Maybe, maybe not. Oh god, it's map 5. What are they going to do here? What are they going to do here? Oh
my god. Actually, insane map. Yeah, and honestly, I mean, Pelican did a lot as well. And, you know, you can see the quality across this Zeta Division team. Like, And what you also see is when Mag and Finn play at this level, then all of a sudden, Alfie, Pelican, we've just got everyone's playing really well. Like, Bliss had a really good map as well on Wu Yang, actually. Like, that, when he kills proper there, or sets up a kill with that orb at the end on that final point, crucial. Thank you, Creed, for another 5. I've seen enough from this Sombra gameplay. Welcome back, Assassin. Cheers, Creed. Oh. What's even left? Oh. Let's go to my favourite website, OWTV.gg.
The website knows all. Alright, you know what time it is. We all know what time it is, folks.
It's getting updated now.
I won the race again. Is that 2 in a row?
But you won the race.
Yeah, like twice. Like in the past. I don't know if it's 2 in a row or what, but like no way. No way. Yes!
I also enjoy so much you having to pivot the spin onto Merit. There's always more spin.
I will never stop spinning. Finn and Mag are just the best players I've ever seen. I mean, I've been saying this for years, Kelsey. Like, from day dot, I've always been saying how unbelievable Finn and Mag look. And, like, if you just give them the right team, the right teammates, the right environment, they will thrive. Oh, Bunnykins just spawned in, cinematically. Let's get eyes on. I mean, that was actually like such an insane map, like so insanely good from Finn and Mag. Like I hate to say it, I thought Mag was tossing the final fight when he wouldn't put his mines on the point. You know, when like they needed to touch and they even gave up the flip, and Mag like had the mines. I was like, what's going on here? But Finn was actually playing perfectly. Like so many god tier Suzus, so many insane like survive into kill merit, spin, 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 and then just keep on living. Like insane. Doctor, don't abuse your green sword. I know you're trying to play the game, but like, come on, mate. The comms check. Are you hearing how like fucked it is?
Yeah, it's like so distorted.
It's like all peaky and yeah. Just inaudible slop.
Woo! Where's my layer gone? That's what I'm looking for.
What are you talking about? I'm just no, you shut up.
Hopefully my Oaks fantasy.
I love getting Harrison and Nuclear boosting the YouTube stream. I love checking the chat every now and then, and there's just like a bunch of Ange, the occasional like Mag win. If only Harrison was cross-traitorously subbed to Avril so that he could drop, rest in peace, Bunnykins, so that he could drop the Avril ain't no way in both channels, because yeah, he does God's work, really.
Thank you, Fitch, for the 18 months. Hopefully your fantasy team won't be as fucked as my FPL team. Yeah, I mean, if my fantasy team is like my FPL team, I will not be... I'll not be living to see winter. Let's put it that way. Alright, where are we? Hybrid gone, Escort gone. It's only push, which means New Queen Street or Esperanza. And Falcons have... the choice is probably a bull map, right? Bull ban is available though, actually, for Falcons.
Oh, well then Mag will just play Winston, and
it's just okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Like the thing is, Reaper's
in.
available now, right? It's like if it's Merit Reaper versus Pelly Reaper, like I'd back Pelly every single day of the week.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is if you sub in, because you can sub in Bernard, but then maybe you just get Hazard or Zarya banned or something instead as well. And it's also, I think Zarya's much harder on those maps too, like the New Queen Street, the Esperanza.
Yeah, too long. I guess they can't guarantee a tag ban, right? They don't have the first ban, so
Yeah, the Falcons get their choice of ban, right? So they'll see who's in.
yeah. Mag better? Whatever you say, Wrenchman. Whatever you say.
Mag's sitting down.
Oh, God.
Rascal's had his final words. Bliss movement's so good. I mean, even come back to that first point on Suravaso where Falcon C9'd. Half the reason they C9'd is because Bliss and Finn live an inexplicable amount of time.
Yeah, they've actually been doing like such a good job. Bliss has been so slippery on the Wu Yang. Like, so many different scenes where I've thought that Bliss is like being dived and just dead, you know? Like there's a Winston and a Tracer diving him, but he like keeps slipping away. Maybe that character is like insanely broken. People were trying to say that he was squishy at the start, but like his movement seems kind of insane. The fact that your E, like it knocks them back a little, it heals you with like a heal amp. Like if you get heals from your other support, I feel like you're really, really survivable. And Finn and Blissey have just seen like they're on one. Wu Yang just doesn't die. It kind of seems that way. Probably because you can animate yourself and boop them at the same time with it. Is Xavier gone?
I know, sorry, I'm just... we're just having to try to figure out a little bit of Arabic for one of the interviews.
Oh, okay.
Do
you have any Arabic translators here? Oh,
no,
great watch.
yeah, it's because when I did the Ziad interview, because I don't know if you've spoken to Ziad much, but his English is actually like really good, but he felt more comfortable with a translator. But he can like, we were doing it where he could understand my questions, but he would answer in Arabic, and then Lotcha,
Right.
if you know them, would translate. But there was a bit where we sort of did it again because it was like a long answer and the translator sort of needed a bit more, so we're just trying to figure out. We don't want to cut too much of the Arabic out when he repeats his answer, but obviously it's hard when you don't know exactly what you're dealing with.
Homo
don't-
Tyrog
also, but-
HG has just come second in the marbles twice in a row. God. That's cursed.
2 for
That's
2.
cursed. Two for two on coming second. Love it.
Hey Sam, I'm good, thank you. You?
Can we sync
Let's
up
get
because
teed
maybe
up.
we're bad.
Yeah, scary
6,
numbers for a little bit.
5, 4, 3.
No, it's too scary. We've actually paused.
Well, I'm at 0.7.
I'm at
if that
0.7.
helps.
Korea?
Oh, okay, I guess we're in sync then.
Zeta
yeah,
on
Korea. Yeah, Mag. He's checking his headset. Blissy's checking his headset too. It's probably
Nice.
Blissy. Blissy's an absolute nutcase about his like peripheral setup and like all this other stuff. So he's probably grown convinced that something is wrong with his microphone or his monitor or his computer setup.
Oh no way, we actually have an Arabic speaker. Hold on, let me oh my god. We're actually just blessed with
I mean, I have Saudi viewers. I'm sure we got some Arabic speakers here for sure. Mag is so aga happy. I'm so gonna get a drink and press the add button.
Oh, it's unpausing, and now we're not going to be synced, and Max is going to miss the start of the map. Oh no, and he's going to miss the fact that someone has rolled out on Hog! Mag is on ball, Tracer, Genji, no surprise from Zeta Division, except maybe now we're going to see Kiri Lucio, but with Wu Yang ban in play, that's not all that surprising at all. And there's going to be Tracer, Sombra from Falcons as they anticipate the ball. Now the Hog for all the marbles, and someone is going to be trying to catch a marble of his own as he tries to find the lineup onto Mag. For now, though, he's just playing around the statue area. You can see Mag in the back just sort of harassing. And we're going to be 26, 25.
27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22,
It just
21,
works.
20. It just worked right off rip. Roadhog and Ball. It's more Hog and Ball torture. Last time we witnessed it, Falcons came out on top. Let's see if that trend continues.
Mag now looking to stage up, but Falcons, they're just positioning themselves around this robot. Gonna get it moving forward, take all the 3 meters they can. The onus is on Zeta Division to find a connection onto this backline, but the Lucio, Kiri from Fielder and Chio gonna be as elusive as possible.
Yeah, I mean, you can already see the dash committed by Pelican towards the cart. Mag was hacked up, but Pelly finds the first frag. Finn as well onto Chio, but 2 trades back.
3v3.
Both DPS for Zeta Division dead. Still, no supports for Falcons. It's going to be so hard to clutch, but they might just be doing it anyway. No way.
What?
3v5 into 3v1. Like, insane.
Yeah, no supports required, and Merit's going to get a lot of a clean up, and he's very close in his EMP already. The rest of Zeta Division's ults all a bit slow cooking here with a lot of no supports getting traded, which means Falcons can threaten checkpoint, and they just have the EMP for it. So Zeta Division, one of the problems with Ball on these push maps is who touches the point, because you don't really want your Ball to do it. He's going to get hooked in and have his shield forced now as well. Thank you, Tiny Flames, with a tier 1 to Pirate. Shout out Pirate.
Thank you also, Tiny
Merit.
Flame, for tier 1 to Pirate.
Merit has died before he gets EMP. It's a 1-for-1 trade still, so Falcons aren't out of it yet. But without that EMP, there's a big opening. But the hook is good from someone. It's traded, though. Alfie now got them pinned in. You can see Bliss looking ready to go. Proper's going to try and get rid of Bliss off that pressure on the backline, but Alfie has stolen the robot. Proper, though, Tidal Surge takes care of Bliss. They've beat, rather. Stabilizes that one. Forces the extra ult out, though, and Zeta are going to try and reset. Proper still going for the pulse bomb. Mine's on point. The fight continues now, but it looks like Falcons, they might just be happy to regroup with someone after that minefield.
Oh, Zeta Division, look, the fact that they haven't conceded the checkpoint yet is good news indeed for them. Falcons invested pretty heavily there. Throwing a beat out is a huge deal. Pelican slithering on in from the top rope, pulls the blade. He's on top of Chio, but he looks to have fluffed it a little bit. He misses a slash, but he still finds that kill in the end. He slashes towards Proper, forces the recall as well. It's a 1-player advantage right now for Zeta Division. They're also pushing the cart, slam on the high ground, EMP from Merit when they're down 2, but because it's Merit trying to clutch rather than somebody else on Team Falcons' side, that's going to be an absolute waste of an EMP, and Zeta suddenly in pole position.
Huge fight for Zeta Division there with the EMP, one of the most difficult ultimates for them to try and overcome. Now someone is going to go Ball. No, Hazard. Going to commit to the Hazard, I think. Yeah, he's walking out of spawn on that one. So a Hazard now, a hero. So we've seen someone struggle on a bit in the past. Pressure on, because Zeta Division are threatening a checkpoint of their own this next fight, and they've got a beat to push with it too.
One slashes out onto the payload. It's not like he's on his signature hero right now. Manual hack worked up. Bliss pops the beat in response to Mag being hacked. Looks like Mag didn't actually get the beat in the end, but Merit's been caught out by Magazine rolling around. Blissy's taken down someone. Pelly catches Chio as well. This has got to be checkpoint conceded for Falcons now.
Yeah, they made a bit of a mess of the chase onto Merit, but the kills on point were good. That should be checkpoint for him as well. They've not too much to follow it up with. It's just going to be pulse bombs apiece. So all going to come down to this neutral. You can see some of the Falcons players alive behind them now. Proper's going to come out and get a touch. Not worth all that much, actually. And now without any recall, it's actually Zeta Division you can maybe try and set up first.
Rolling in, Magazine, looking for an angle. Dash out from Pelly. Pelly's hacked, but he's not going to die for it. Cart's being stolen a little bit, so immediately Zeta Division need to turn around, need to start blocking that cart. Someone's taken so much damage, they've already lost his turn hiding on the Mega. Picks up the health pack, but look, the cart's been taken back outside. Zeta Division, they're posting post-meters checkpoint. Oh, meters post checkpoint. TVNT was killed. You welcome, Nettie.
Falcons trying to come through. Lots of pressure onto Pelican now. Deflect fully spent for that. They're coming through. Kitsune rush from Finn to keep pushing forward. Falcons have no ults to respond with. They try and kite. No escape for Fielder, though. Now Falcons really need trades in this, but Alfie's taking care of Proper. Someone comes back in. Just a death on payload for him. And Zeta Division, all of a sudden, looking more than winnable. Mines, Blade, a lot of tools to go. Falcons really need these support ults.
Oh, heavens. I'm actually about to witness a Mag win. I hate to say it, but I guess it is merit on Sombra. It is written. Toronto Defiant set these rules. I'm just following them now. Alfie over on the side. He's got a pulse bomb in the pocket. Someone's on cart. Magazine throws into minefield wildly in the back of main. Catches absolutely nothing. Beat comes out from Chio. They try to push over with it. Chio's taking a beating. Blade from Pelly. He's hitting someone from behind, but Finn has been traded 1-for-1. Kitsune rushes out from Fielder on the payload as well. Really, Falcons need to win this fight, and it is looking like they are taking it bit by bit. Proper's chasing out Alfie. Fielder is traded by Magazine. Proper still on the run here, or rather Alfie's still on the run. Proper trying to catch him out, but can't quite get it done. Wow, rough fight for Falcons. That late trade onto Fielder is going to hurt them now.
Yeah, but burn both support ults for it as well. So now Zeta Vision, they're going to have a beat advantage push. Can put a lot of pressure onto Fielder and Chio during all of this, unless Merit can find that early EMP timing. Bliss has to be careful. EMP onto Pelican as well. Bliss doesn't even have the beat yet, so no chance to do that. So it should be a clean one. Mag with another trade onto Fielder, though.
Beat?
So even though Falcons going to win the fight, wait, they think they can win it. Bliss is going to beat for this one. They need kills. Where are the kills? They're chasing down Lucio, but the downpour forces the recall. Alpha Yi can't quite find Chio. Bliss has died for this, and this is a beat they will regret.
They still had close spawns on, but they're both going to lose it in the end. That is a beat by Bliss if ever I've seen one. Huge advantage on push and continually ulting when the enemy team needs to dump him in. Not sure about that one, Blissy. If you lose the map, that one is going to haunt you tonight. Pulse is available for Alpha E, but that's all right now. Magazine, he still needs a bit more time to get the minefield online. And it's Falcons threatening checkpoint at the moment. Merit TP's out, will escape with his life, but the checkpoint is so close to being conceded. Hack is out on Pelly. Space conceded again. Beat push comes through. Someone comes slashing in. So much damage, but no kills as of yet. Pelly's dashed back. Alfie is on the chase. He gets the kill, and this is looking dicey for Zeta Division.
2 for Proper now. That should be checkpoint. It's just Alfie trying to stall it out on point. We'll try and live through this alleyway as well, but all of a sudden, Falcons are right back in that. But they've spent a lot of their key ultimates. Zeta Division now, the minefield, a slightly quicker Kitsune rush, a chance to hold on to their lead.
Oh my god. Minefield available for Magazine, and he needs to get it done here. You can see him rolling about in main, setting up from behind, but that just means Falcons, they're going to keep getting meters on the board. Mag's caught Merit in stealth. Merit has a health pack, but he's TP'd out. Mag's not going to chase for the kill there. Rolls out, high ground, slam onto Chio. Alfie, he's caught Proper before the fight can even begin though, Xavier. A disaster for Zeta.
They hold on now. More pressure looking for him as well.
Oh,
Chio is
wins.
low. Pelican confirms that kill. Nice, good conversion off of that minefield alone. Means they keep this Kitsune rush for the next fight. Pelican has a blade to throw in over the top as well. And Zeta Division in a good position. And someone has to wall himself in here. He's awfully split. We'll get away with it now, but ult advantage for Zeta.
Oh, heavens. Pulse bomb for Alpha Yi. He's very, very sticky indeed. Finn's got a Kitsune rush, and every time he's been popping these all day long, he has been clutching up. No close spawns enabled right now, though it does look like apparently Zeta Division have just not had the discipline to push it over the line. Is that right? Now they get it over the line, so close spawns are back on. Rush is out for Finn. Rush out in response from Fielder. Suzu forced out of Fielder. Finn is continuing to this DPS inside it. Blade out for Pelican and Pulse for Alpha Yi. Someone will fall to the blade. Chio as well. And Falcons, I mean, that was a 1-for-3 trade there, but they're going to be losing meters over 100 at this point. It's not Avril Theory, but it still hurts.
Still hurts. They're staying alive behind him as well. So Falcons have a big flank coming in and nearly an EMP. Bliss still doesn't quite have that beat. So a bit of a race between Merit and Bliss now to get their ultimates online. Someone's back from spawn. Tries to force him in. Wall to divide it. TP out now. Merit has that EMP as Bliss does have this beat as well. 2 players go down. Not this time, Bliss. Not in this 3v5. Bliss holds onto the beat, but Falcons get to stabilize without investing any of their ultimates.
Yeah, I think Zeta Division, I mean, did they have that beat by Bliss from the very beginning? I think it's
No,
very,
they got
very
it just mid-fight, yeah.
Yeah, very suboptimal when you're losing fights like that and you're just getting clean wiped. No trades, no nothing, no ult invested. Really a freebie for Falcons and kind of sets Zeta Division up to potentially suffer victim of a comeback. Falcons building so many ultimates. They're about to have 4 with Chio's beat soon to be online. Eyes on Merit because they like to open with his EMP when he has it available. And you can see him setting up right now, sneaking behind, trying to find an angle to get it going. Close spawns have also been disabled, which is another recipe for a comeback. If Falcons wanted a shot, this would be it.
Mag now calls up fighting Fielder. Beat comes through from Chio. Bliss is going to drop it back. It's
I
only
didn't
a
get the beat.
3-person beat, though. Backline gets it, but Pelican's hacked afterwards as well. Needs a bit more help. Mag still has the minefield. Minefield's going to be used. Pelican's going to die. EMP available for Merit, but they already have player advantage. Trade onto Chio, though. Still in this one. Proper stabilized underneath. The minefield has brought a little bit of respite for Zeta Division now, but Proper, he's going to move back towards this robot. Clear some of those mines, move it forward. Someone's trying to get onto the backline here. He's trying to body block Mag in. Drops the wall. EMP from Merit over the top. Doesn't find any kills. There we go. Fielder confirms both onto the backline. Trade from Alpha Yi is good, though. Look how far this robot's got, actually. Proper's still just moving this payload.
Proper's still pushing the cart. He has supports to pocket him on payload as well. 100% Falcons can get back into this one. Someone's going to come back on something quick. We might even see a bit of some ball if we're lucky. Mag's being chased out in main right now. Recall force from Proper. No ultimates for Zeta Division, but they're about to have Rush. If they wait even longer, they're going to have the Blade too. Rush is mirrored on the payload. It's a 5v5. It's a clean situation. Suzu's out for Fielder. Slam on the cart from someone. Bliss is 50% HP. Bliss is dead! Oh my god. Fielder and Geo are so low. Merit's low as well. It's so dicey, but Zeta Division, they need a kill. They need a trade. Pelican has the Blade. He dashes top. He rips the Blade. He finds no target, but eventually Fielder is delivered to him. Merit's dead first. Who would have thought? It's someone rolling around on the payload. Magazine, he's about to have the minefield as well. Boop onto Pelican, but no kill converted. Mines are out. Pulse bomb. Pure aura from Proper, but they lose it anyway. Don't call it a comeback because it is no comeback. Mag win, ladies and gentlemen.
Mag straight over as well. Big old hug for the team there, Zeta Division.
Merit.
Happy with that one. What a win for Zeta Division here. We talked about the meta favouring them, all of these things, but quite often Zeta still don't always get it done. And this time, though, they beat Falcons. They clutch out in important situations. There were moments on that new Queen Street, the beat from Bliss. Moments we can reflect back on. That fight they had right in spawn where they just get reset for free. There were nervous moments here, but they clutch it out at the end. I was so worried when Pelican it looks like he loses track of everyone for the first part of the Blade. But the recovery's good. He closes it out. And Zeta Division with a big win over Falcons. Thank you, Fruit Shoot, for the 2 months as well. Thank God Mag had hands. Thank God they had Mag. I know, right?
What a clutch. What an insane clutch.
Yeah, really, yeah. It's often we associate Zeta with like a lot of those matches they lose, like the qualification matches for LAN, and they lose in these important moments. This one isn't the same stakes by any means, but it's still a top game against a top opponent. Finn getting very much a deserved player of the match, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Finn earned that. Your bonk, thanks for the 4 bits. Day's been ruined. Yep. Day's ruined. Game's gone. That is curious. That is curious. Why is he eating his hand? He's trying to hide his zombie bite.
Ooh.
Series. Never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, well played by Zeta. I think across the board as well. Really good performances.
Yeah.
Like we kind of expect Alfie and Pelican to deliver at this in this like caliber of series. But Mag and Finn, the ones who get a lot more scrutiny. Credit to Mag as well for having like a real disaster Gibraltar and actually recovering fine. And Bliss as well, actually. I know, you know, like for that beat on New Queen Street is going to get erased a little bit since they went on to win the map anyway, so it was no harm, no foul. But actually thought Bliss looked pretty impressive on the Wu Yang actually throughout that series. To be fair, Mag's mental has been sharpened to a fine point over the years. I mean, adversity will sharpen the... will sharpen the mind. Even the Zeta fans were losing faith after that Gibraltar. But the team holds on.
꿀잼 경기를 보고 싶으시면 제타 디비전의 경기를 보면 된다라는 말이 있을 정도로 멋진 세트 주고받기가 있었습니다. 오늘 소감 한번 들어볼게요.
사실 오늘 스크림도 저희가
All done.
좀 잘 되고 요즘 이제 우양 나.
I think I've got my daily tweet as well. I need the mag win
daily
picture.
tweet.
Can somebody provide me with the mag win picture?
호그 나오고 막 이래가지고 좀 힘들겠는데 했는데.
I need this in
나같이
a
잘
savable
해가지고
format.
잘 이긴 것 같습니다.
그렇습니다. 오늘만큼은 3-4만 제타가 아니라 정말 매콤한 제타로 다시금 돌아왔는데요. 제가 또 궁금했던 게 심장이 정말 쫄깃했어요. 4세트 2대2 때가 더 쫄깃했는지 아니면 5세트
Can someone convert this to a GIF?
가장 좀 떨렸는지 어떤 때가 좀 더 떨렸나요?
I need mag win in GIF format because I can't save AVIFs.
사바사에서 갑자기 한 3명인가 죽는 거예요. 그래서 아 이거 망했다 이거.
네.
일단은 TP 탔죠 태성이 형한테. 근데
That's a fair
이제
question.
딱
What do you think,
운 좋게
Matt?
이제
Should
보여가지고 헤드
should
싸우고
someone have swapped?
진짜 운 좋게 트레이드 깠는데 태성이가
to what?
들어와가지고
The hogs of a hazard.
어?
As in, should he have done the
손으로
swap that he did
잡고
do?
잡고 해가지고 개인적으로 그게 제일 떨렸는데
Didn't really work for him, did it?
팀적으로는 맨 마지막에
Was he doing anything on Hog though?
그 뭐야 뉴킨 다
Ah,
이기는데
I mean, there's like no good options there for him in many ways.
그때 좀
Uh,
제발
but,
제발 했는데 이제 세현이 형이 또
You got tweeted
케이크
there.
잘 썰어줘가지고 그거 덕분에
Wait, hold on.
이겼습니다.
It's an old
네,
tweet.
오늘 정말 말씀해주신 것처럼 모든 팀원이 정말 잘했습니다. 그리고 오늘 또 매그 선수가 경기가 끝난 후에 팀원들을 꼭
There you
안아주는
go.
게
There's my magazine apology for the day. Enjoy.
Yeah, maybe they needed to protect or protect Hank in general, Falcons.
일단 태성이 형
Almost did win on Hazard, kind of at least.
데려왔거든요.
Um,
근데 안 해요 일주일 가니까.
네?
They were back in it, but I don't know how much of that I want to put down to someone.
눕기만 하거든요. 그래서 좀 연습 좀 해야 될 것 같고 그리고 소명이 블리스는 이제 안지 한 진짜 6년 넘었거든요. 근데 처음 팀 했는데 확실히 케어를 잘하는 힐러라서 제가 좀 더 편하게 할 수 있는 것
oh,
같습니다.
can't believe that I have to apologize to
그렇습니다.
Mag
또
for his
모든
wrecking ball
선수
performance.
오늘 PM 투표 때 골고루 다 올라왔어요. 그만큼 제타에 전부 다 잘했다는 뜻인데요. 오늘 그 중에서도 든든히 뒷받쳐준 핀 선수가 또 가장 빛나지 않았나 싶습니다. 도대체 어떻게 살고 있는지 알 수가 없어요. 적팀 윈스턴이 뒷목 잡고 쓰러질 정도로 잘 빠져나가시던데요. 오늘 좀 어떤 점을 중점적으로 신경 쓰면서 플레이하는지 궁금하더라고요.
Should we play some words?
사실 딱히 못
Oh, I'm
생각하는
hungry.
그
I need to order some
감대로
food.
한것
Yeah,
같고
I mean,
연습 때
I'm happy to end my stream now, you know? Like,
개인 연습도
I
좀
feel like
많이
I've reached
하고.
the end of the day.
솔직히 말해서
If you were watching on
집중을
YouTube,
좀
thank you very much. Join the Discord,
네,
etc., etc.
집중 한번 해보자라는 생각을 하고 하니까
And yeah, I'll end the YouTube stream here out of respect.
잘 된 것 같습니다.
Thanks for watching on YouTube if you did. Thank you, Harrison. Thank you, Nuclear. All the people that have green names in the chat for giving me bonus money. I love money, so is what it is. Thanks, folks. YouTube has been slain.
Oh, good shout. Yeah, I forgot we came in like partway through the map. About the Falcons documentary. I think there was a clip posted on Reddit that maybe took out like,
yes.
the key moment. Yeah, I don't know. There's part of me that always feels, and this is any time you ask someone from an organization who is like the boss man about the intricacies of the roster and roster decisions, most of the time you're just not gonna get. Why is he giving us an M? You're not gonna get anything that useful.
Yeah. The thing that was so funny about that to me was the fact that in that interview that they were doing, I set did I set a course record or something? I have a ranking in marbles now. We made it. Yeah. In that interview, it was so funny because they're asking like, who do you ascribe the success of the team to? And it's like the Saudi Falcons employee goes on to say that the person that's responsible for like Falcons dealing with all of their internal struggle, it's not like any of the most directly related to the team staff members. It's none of the coaches or any of the particular players or anything like that. It just so happens to be like Chris Chung, like Doug Nasty, who is obviously the mouthpiece between the Korean side of the team and the upper management. So like the upper management, it's like, who do you think was the reason that this went so well in the end? And it's like, well, it was all Chris, obviously. Like Chris did an amazing job. Not to flame him, obviously. Not to say that he wasn't a contributing factor. I just thought it was so funny that it's like, you know, the one person that they're like, you know what, it was you. You did it. You did amazing. It's like the guy that just so happens to be like the general manager for 15 teams, but he's the person that they deal with like day to day. And it was margin, obviously.
I feel like, and this isn't like a particular flame to the Falcons owners. I think this is true in like most esports orgs. Like even, you know, like Cloud9, like Jack was a great boss. But if you were to ask him about the inner workings of the Overwatch team or like, you know, why we're playing what, you know, he wouldn't know. Right? It's kind of not his job to know in many ways. Like
Jack would probably say Nuki's the best team manager ever, you know? Like that'd just be like, because he deals with Nuki. Like he doesn't deal with the individuals on the team. There's like separation of power essentially. There's a chain of command. So, you know, if you're gonna ask somebody that's like really high up in management and completely separated from the day-to-day operations of the team, obviously they're just gonna say the name of the manager below them. And you have to go through like 3 different people taking credit for responsibility before you actually get to the people that did the work.
Yeah. Thank you, 13Radiate, for the 8 months as well. Thank you, Zelko, for the 14 months. Yeah, it's just like
Yuri.
it's just a person who's not really got the information to answer the question in maybe a way a lot of the fans would have hoped.
Yeah, it's just too separated from it all, really. Yuri, thank you for the $1. As I was saying earlier, is Rascal the best coach in Overwatch history? Exactly right. Exactly right. And as I was saying earlier, this team is absolutely perfect, and the addition of Mag really beefs up their ability to win these difficult games. And there is actually no harder matchup in OWCS Korea than going up against Merit on Sombra for 4 maps. Spin, 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 spin. But yeah, I mean, watch all of those crucial fights that Team Falcons are losing and tell me that it wasn't at least 80% Merit's fault for being the first person dead every single time. But, you know, I actually have to give, like, outrageous amount of credit to Mag and Finn. Like, especially that Suravasa was, like, an insane Finn Mag carry. I feel like Bliss was kind of taking the piss on map 5, to be honest. I feel like Bliss had a really bad map 5 there, but they got over the line anyway. But Bliss on Wuyang was, like, phenomenal. Like, actually, like, really, really good. And Bliss and Finn together were doing, like, a fantastic job of staying alive. And Finn was constantly fragging. Bliss was constantly peeling and not being dead, so buying lots of time. And Mega is, like, setting a course record. He's got a Philadelphia Fusion Chad profile picture. Awesome.
Sadly, no misclick on the payout. Nice try. The key is to predict
really
the right
quick?
team. Yeah, it's definitely on the earlier side. We were making like record time. To be honest, the only reason we're finishing at the normal time actually is because this went all the way 5 maps. You know, the Suravasa was quite long, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have been done like maybe even like an hour and a half ago or something crazy.
I mean, were the first 2 series both like less than 5 fights won for the team that lost?
Really, really fast.
Like, they were really fast, right? Like, really terrible. There's another race happening, and there's only 5 signups. Wait, you people are like super locked in on the guessing word game. Wow. But yeah, I need why the Gaga? Was Gaga a word? Oh, nobody made it. There's 5 people in the race. Like, I'm canceling this race. It's not happening. All right. Should I just give away a code, call it a night? Like, is that the move?
Yeah, I think I need to order some food. Maybe I want to go. Have you ever been to Jollibee's?
I've never been there. A lot of people gas it up. It's like
Alpha-
the Filipino one, right? With like the
was
sketty
gassing
and
it.
the fried chicken
Yeah.
or something.
Because I kind of
I mean,
wrote
you
it
people
off.
are British, so I wouldn't trust any of your food recommendations.
I wrote it off when I first saw it because like their sign, there was one in like the Nottingham City Centre, and it was just like burgers, chicken, spaghetti, and I was like, grow up, I'm not buying it. What restaurant does burgers, chicken, and spaghetti as for like the big 3 headliners? Surely this is going to be rubbish. But Alpha was gassing up the chicken side of it, so maybe I'll get like a chicken burger or something from Jollibee's.
You need to get a side of sketty, dude. Like, there's no purpose in going to Jollibee to not get sketty with your fried chicken, dude.
I feel like no one's ever said. Can somebody hit me with a spaghetti rating?
Taco, I changed my mind. The games went too long. That person can come back and get their drops tomorrow, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, I told someone that at the start of the stream, like 17 minutes in, I was like, yeah, I will stream for 8 hours, you know? I will stream for 8 hours. I will finish it out. But, like, we are less than 6 hours into the stream after me starting more than an hour early because the games are so quick. Like, I'm just not doing another 2.5 hours of slop. Like, if I did 2.5 hours of slop, it would be like me actually performing torture on myself, playing quick play or something. I guess I could do that. The spaghetti is Filipino spaghetti, so it's sweet though. I'm sure Xavier would love that. He has a little sweet tooth. Like,
not my spaghetti.
Don't knock it till you try it, alright?
All right. All right, I'll let you guys know about the spaghetti. When's the EMEA Power Rankings video? I'm not going to do it as a standalone video. I'm going to do it before the stream tomorrow for EMEA. So if you want to know my thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, I'll be doing that before the stream alongside my fantasy roster.
Get the balut. No, you've got to go to Jollibee and get the balut, Savvy. Come on.
What's a balut?
It's delicious. You'd love it. Like
What's a
just go somewhere
balut?
and buy balut. I'm sure you can't even buy it in the UK.
I've
but
never
go,
heard this word
Go
before.
somewhere and
What's a
buy balut
balut?
and just eat it. It's delicious and it's really appetizing to look at too. So get the balut.
Balut is a
for sure.
fertilized duck egg embryo that is steamed or boiled and eaten from the shell. I feel like this wasn't on the Jollibee sign. Are you sure they'll sell this?
I mean, don't open pictures of it on this stream.
Yeah, I've got it on the other tab. Yeah, that is... It's quite... What's the word I'm looking for? Fetus-esque? Yeah.
You said Cap Reactor's a free hour in a new video. I don't think it'll be a free hour in a new video. On all accounts, he's just watching my video and agreeing with everything I've said. So I feel like there's not a lot of reacting for me to do to him agreeing with me, to be honest.
You'll get baited into, like, glazing yourself. You're like, oh, yeah, I agree with this guy agreeing with me. Like...
Exactly. Yeah. All right, 1,000 Overwatch coins up for grabs. We'll do the final race of the day out of respect for all of the people that love to race marbles. We'll get a race going. We'll get some words going. We'll finish up the stream after that because I'm not doing another 2 hours of quick play for your benefit. But yeah, tap into the race. 3 minutes to get in. 1,000 Overwatch coins to the victor. If you don't win, you get nothing at all. But you have to type !play in the chat to be in the race. It's a simple system.
I think I understand it.
Me too.
I need... Oh, no. I've just remembered I need to go sort the dishwasher still. Fuck.
Ah.
I mean, the good news is I ran the cycle and it has ran fine. So the dishwasher itself is functioning fine. I just need to get the dishwasher into the dishwasher-shaped hole.
Well, it's a lino problem, right? That's what you're struggling with.
Yeah.
Aki Sa, first time play. Let's get eyes on that.
I just need to get it over the first... If I get it over that lip, it's really fine, because it's only the back foot that needs to go in. It's just because I have no tilt room because of the counter above it.
What are the chances that your wife has fixed this for you while you were doing this?
She's at work, so super unlikely. Super unlikely she's come home 6 to 7 hours early and fixed the dishwasher.
Yeah, well, if she was really on the ball, if she really cared, she would have made that extra effort. 1,000 Overwatch coins if you win the marbles race, folks. You have to type !play in the chat to put your marble in the race. I'm going to do what Xavier loves, and I'm actually going to increase the size of the marbles race so people feel psychic pressure. What was that noise? People feel psychic pressure to join the race. All right. !play, 1,000 Overwatch coins to the victor. Tap in.
I've not been this angry since my dishwasher didn't fit in my dishwasher-shaped hole.
Awesome.
It's such a frustrating problem because it's just like it's a proper, just slightly out of reach in terms of accessing the bit I need to get to it. We'll figure it out.
Degenerate with a first time play. It's a good Twitch name. That's class. What a quick day of OWCS.
It ramped quite nicely, didn't it? We had like 2 sort of like warm-up games, and then we got the real deal. The chicken and the spaghetti of the day.
So we separated the chicken